You better be in the house when them street lights come on. Ain't that what your mama used to tell you? But I bet you when she told you to stay out the streets, she had no idea that the YouTube streets would take over the world. Uncle Juice, Public Figure Boogie, Baby Down So Raw, Detroit Gossip, and the most dangerous voice in Detroit, Dawgface TV.
Bitch, I talk more shit than Dawgface.
They running shit from coast to coast. Welcome to the Danger Zone.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. So I'm always fucking up something. Mic check 1 2 1 2. My name is Dawgface Calderon. This is Real Life Unfiltered. Today, you see the whole screen is lit up with black folk, right? Everybody here was born black, I'm assuming. Got black mama, black daddy. Henny was born on a different planet, so we'll forgive that. There's nothing we can do about that. Hey, listen, my name is Dawgface Calderon. I have a panel of some of the biggest shit poppers in the country. I want to welcome everybody, man. How y'all feel today?
Feel good.
Good.
I'm all right.
Look at this nigga. Skeech. Skeech, what you doing, Skeech? What you doing? Skeech, what you doing, man? East Side nigga. That nigga's from the East Side of Detroit. Skeech, what you doing? You getting it together?
Yeah.
You getting it together?
Yeah.
We can't hear you. What you doing?
Oh, hell.
Oh, dang.
Well, I'm feeling phenomenal tonight.
So listen, we're gonna let Skeech get the medical shit going. Hey, listen, I'm Dawgface Calderon. I'm gonna allow everybody to introduce themselves because that's what this is about. This is Real Life Unfiltered. I have a panel of ultimate high level gang spitting shit talkers. Public Figure Boogie, that's my day one nigga on the YouTube streets. I want y'all to all introduce yourselves so everybody can know who y'all are.
Ladies first. Go ahead, Henny. First.
Well, I'm that girl, Henny. Y'all know I pop my shit and I do my thing. And Dawgface.
Say nothing. I didn't say nothing.
I'm going to let you slide today. I'm going to let you slide because we got company. So I'm going to behave myself today.
Henny,
but what's popping, everybody? Y'all already know how I do. Huh?
Dawgface know he ain't supposed to talk to you.
Oh, where you been? Because he been popping it about me, Boogie. I've been by myself.
You know better than that.
Here we go.
Get him, Boogie. Get him. Wait. Let me finish my intro first. I'm that girl because I'm that girl and I pop my shit the way I pop my shit. But y'all love me because I'm cute.
Are you done?
I'm phenomenal.
Come on. Hey.
I'm
Here's blessed one. Can you introduce yourself, brother?
Man, what's up, family, man? This is DJ. Man, crap. My bad. Hey, it worked. Thank you to Henny. I see my live is on too, man. Shout out to everybody. This DJ Blessed one, the best one, man. Like I tell all of y'all, love your family, love your kids, stay blessed. I ain't got nothing to complain about. I ain't worm food today. God gave me an extra day to live. Blessing. I'm around some real cats, actual names that count. So I'm on my best behavior today. Salute, family.
Know me, Public Figure Boogie, Mr. Time to go to work. Dawgface. I know you got that play to we can go and get Karmelo out. You got the play. You drew it up, right?
Whatever, nigga. Who the fuck do I like? Johnny Cochran to you, nigga? I'm a regular nigga.
Yes.
John Wick about his dog. What you talking about?
Too real.
What's happening, boss? Hey, man, listen, man, it's too real 414, Mr. Hey, check this out, boss. Hey, check this out, baby. I'm Milwaukee County till they crown me, man. I'm on here popping my shit, man, on the Dawgface stream, man. Anybody who know me, man, they know I'm gonna keep it too real. Believe that.
Skeech.
Man, shit, real Skeech, bitch. I'm from the east side. What up? Tap in.
Yeah.
I love it.
I was excited. Hey, listen. Hey, we have a listen. The conversation is going to be. You're here. Like, share, subscribe. The chat is comprised of multiple chats, so everybody play nice. Henny Gang, Butterfly. I don't know what that's about, but it is what it is. Hey, listen. So we're gonna have a free spirited conversation. Hey, Skeet, your microphone is glitching. I can hear all kind of shit on your mic. What you got
I
going
thought it
on?
was y'all shit.
No, that ain't us. Yes. So leave that motherfucker off until you ready to talk. Because you fuck it up. You tuned into the best. Hey, listen, this is Real Life Unfiltered. That girl, Henny, the real Skeets just went back out. He come back in. True Real 414, Public Figure Boogie, DJ Bless One. Are you a DJ?
You're muted.
Who muted?
All right. Yeah, I used to DJ, but I left that alone, but I still kept the acronym with it.
Okay, I got you. So listen, Henny, where do we start at tonight? Because I'm upset by the whole lot of shit. You got to tell me where we started at because I'm ignorant.
Why don't we take a stab at Rick Chow first and start off a little light?
Okay, so let's give us a background on Mr. Rick Chow.
So Rick Chow is the Asian store owner. He owned a convenience store that was attached to a Shell gas station. And Cyrus Belton was the 14-year-old that went into the store. He was told by Alice Chow to drop his book bag at the door. He goes to the freezer. He takes out 4 bottles of water. She's watching him. It's very reminiscent of the Menace to Society scene where they were following him around the store. And so I guess he didn't like having those eyes on him. He puts the water back. We really don't know why he put the water back. I'm assuming that. Puts the water back, goes to walk out. She stops him. You know, she's, hey, where's the waters? He shakes his pocket, shows her, I don't have the water, walks out the store peacefully. Few seconds after he walks out the store, Rick Chow and his son go out the door, chasing behind him. And what we do know is that Cyrus was shot in the back in a runner's position. And Mr. Chow was alleging that Cyrus raised a gun at his son, and so he shot Cyrus in self-defense. Mr. Chow was found not guilty of murder in this case. Now, they are saying Cyrus did have a gun, but Cyrus's gun was never brandished. There are reports that say the opposite of what Mr. Chow said, which says that the gun was never even discovered until Cyrus's body was falling to the ground. That's when the gun fell out. There's also a key component to this that a lot of people are not talking about, or at least I haven't seen them talk about, which is Alice Chow took a shoe and 2 cell phones from the scene where the body was. So in the crime scene, people showed up to take pictures and all of that. They had no idea that where the shoe was or that there were 2 cell phones because Alice had taken them into the convenience store, which now opens the door to tampering with a crime scene. Just my opinion on that. But that's the topic. I'm going to reserve and I'm going to let you guys go first and Lady will go last.
So listen, before we even go, I'm gonna put the footage up, right? So let's go to the footage. So we're gonna see with our own 2 eyes because we like to see so that we make a judgment call. We're gonna make a judgment call based on what we see, not based on what we heard. So here, can everybody see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, I got you. So here it is.
God damn it.
In this video, you see Cyrus wearing a red jacket, telling Rick Chow's wife he does not have any water in his pockets before picking up his backpack and walking out of the store.
And shortly after, Cyrus was chased by Rick Chow and his son, Andy, before the teenager was shot.
News 19's Kiki Gushu was in the courtroom for all of today's testimony and the moment these videos were shown to jurors.
She is joining us right now from outside the Richland County Courthouse with the latest update. Hi there, Kiki.
his possession of a firearm, showing jurors a social media photo taken the night before the shooting that showed him holding the same gun found at the scene. The final witness of the day was a forensic pathologist who testified about the path of the bullet through Cyrus's body, as attorneys continue to debate what his position was the moment he was shot. And court has now wrapped for the day. The state is expected to rest tomorrow, and then it will be the defense's turn to bring witnesses to the stand. At 11, I'll be bringing you a recap of all of today's testimony. Stay tuned for that.
Rick Chow.
Moving on to slide 10 of stakes number 4. I'm going to skip slide 11. Okay. State 17, or slide 17 of states number 4.
What we're looking at here is surveillance footage of the incident leading up to Cyrus Belton's murder. So this is what we're seeing here, just so we can all have some perspective in terms of what happened.
Moving on to states, or slide 18 of states number 4.
This is part of the
Do you agree with it? Slide 20, states number 4. Next is slide 21 of states number 4.
This nigga got found not guilty. There's a trick to it.
Exactly.
Did you ever recover? Did you ever see?
So what happened? Let's speak this forward, right? So what happened is this. So Cyrus came, he left the store, right? There was no stolen items recovered from his person, from his belongings, right? He didn't brandish a firearm. He didn't have an argument with anybody. He didn't threaten anybody. He didn't try to intimidate anybody. He didn't confront anybody inside the store or outside the store. Rick Chow and his son, they chased Cyrus Belton 120 yards. And for the people who don't understand what basic mathematics mean, 120 yards is a football field plus 2 first downs. They chased him 120 yards outside of the store. And they shot him. They entered evidence, tried to enter evidence saying, well, he had a gun on him. Even if he did have a gun on him, he didn't pull it out. He didn't brandish it. He didn't show it. He didn't display it. He didn't threaten to use it. He didn't threaten to do anything of physical nature. Rick Chow, I believe he's set in prison, set in jail 2 years fighting this situation, Henny. He shot this boy in cold blood. Y'all have at it.
Now, before I get deep into the circumstances surrounding around this event, you got to look at as if I'm an attorney. So I can't come at this platform as a racist or I don't like, quote unquote Asians. I'm looking at it non-biased. So you're saying Mr. Rick Chow was the one in fear of his life. So let's go in depth into who Mr. Rick Chow is. He has the wall of shame in his corner store, like almost all these foreign people in our black neighborhoods. They have the wall of shame where they plaster pictures of all type of black folks and they put it on their wall. No matter if it was a 5-year-old stealing a candy, which is typical of their community. But even if you got in a shouting match with him, he literally puts up your picture. Now let's fast forward. Why does that make sense for Cyrus? Well, Cyrus did have, I guess, a 9mm in his pocket, but he never took the pocket launcher out. It was in his pocket, so that shouldn't even matter. If he survived, that should be for the police departments to talk about later. Separate matter. Now, he was in fear of his life because of the history of Rick Chow. Who is this man? This man has caused harm to that same community and neighborhood that he's in. A lot of strenuous amounts of altercations where he actually goes to be the aggressor. He takes weapons out. He shoots black women. These are all accounts of witnesses and things that actually happened. So what the prosecutor claiming that he was in fear of his life, but they couldn't present their case. It shows you, I think they tried to lose their case because there's so much plausible things to show you why that boy would run, why any young black person in that neighborhood would run when you're dealing with Freddy Krueger, quote unquote, Mr. Chow. He only knows how to behave aggressive with black folks. He doesn't de-escalate. He doesn't talk. And first of all, when did a store owner becomes judge, jury, and executioner? I mean, I thought we had laws in a civil Western society, but it seems that in America, the rules get changed, the goalposts get moved. There are loopholes that we're not privy to. There are things that is done to always move that loophole, because if you look at the black law degree or whatever it is, these laws can be implemented for who they feel or favor for. So Rick Chow actually violated a whole lot of laws, but that's not for us to use our emotions and feelings. The prosecutor should have presented the case. So why didn't they present the case in a fashionable way that would have given proper justice to Cyrus and his family? And it was a racial factor. I'm trying not to use it because you're going to have all these trolls. Oh, you're a militant. I can use just actual points that actually occurred in that event that showed he was hunted down. He wasn't given proper justice by the State Department of whoever deals with that, I guess the Justice Department. And he can take it to the higher ups, but they butchered this case so bad, even if they take this to the Supreme Court, it's kind of over with. Mr. Chow got away for the 5th time of hurting someone black. Yeah, he has a history of this, so this is nothing new.
question for clarity for us and for, I think we've grabbed it, but just to make sure the audience gets it. When you say he was in fear of his life, you're speaking of Cyrus and not Mr.
Yes,
Chow,
yes.
correct?
Cyrus
Okay.
was in because the argument out there, people are saying where he's a street dude, he had a weapon on him, he's used. It doesn't matter. My son is. I have a lot of sons, but they're equipped of this life. That they're very advanced for their age. I don't care if my son has something in his jacket. If he didn't present that or become a threat to you, how can you yell out you are in fear of your life? Because if you look at the forensic evidence and the threat assessments that's done by Richland County coroner, they determine because he got hit multiple times in the back, but one of the main pieces at the lower extremity of his back, it shows that it coincides with exactly a human who's in due distress and fear of their life at the position. So it's not just he got hit in his back. They clearly proved it was because he was in fear of his life at the area where he got hit up, and that still didn't matter. Nothing even mattered that was presented to the courtroom. So that's why I'm always die on this battle hill as far as the court systems have a certain merit where they move the laws to favor who they wanted to favor for. And the relationship with these Western countries and the Asian communities is always about money and the dollar. This is why they have their own communities in our communities and outside of our communities where we're not privy to venture in their communities. So you'll be a clown raccoon to come out here and present it as, oh, he was really in fear of his life. This guy, the history alone should have finished the guy. So I don't know what else more we can go deeper on other than it was a racial factor. I don't care if Cyrus had bodies already on that chamber of weapon he had. During that occurrence, that did not occur at all. You were the hunter, the jury, and the executioner. So Rick Chow in my household, I tell my sons that's the real Freddy Krueger. My kids don't believe in monsters, Santa, none of that. They strong boys. But I told them, you see a Rick Chow, you supposed to be in fear for your life because the government clearly told you you are not allowed to have a self-defense stature. Only other nations and group of people are allowed to use this defense mechanism of self-defense. You are not, when you are black, you are the monster. When you are black, people are allowed to be afraid of you. You are the boogeyman. And when you look in that mirror, they're going to force that on you and tattoo that on your mindset. You are that's why Cyrus ran. Guaranteed Cyrus ran, not only because he was in Cyrus ran because he already, oh man, this dude tripping again. Everybody in the neighborhood know Mr. Chow, the clown in the neighborhood that's always aggressive, always apprehensive to do certain things to the other nations. But when he sees a Cyrus running around here, Cyrus already knew, damn, bro, folks already tripping again. Let me just get to it. Most of us guilty of running when we ain't did nothing wrong. My Spider-Man sense is kicking. Oh, shit. I'm in this white neighborhood. Oh, man, I know I'm innocent, but I already know what's going to happen. It's their words against me. Dude is going to roll up in a police cruiser. They're going to violate me. Hell, even my mama going to believe the cruisers. Like, our parents be siding with them anyway, so the kid is not really thinking necessarily of Mr. Chow. He don't want his mom to get mad at him no more. Oh, man, Cyrus, what you did now? And he had a piece on him. So it's more Cyrus trying to help Rick. Look, Rick, you're really racist right now, but let me just get out of this situation. I'm hot right now. I ain't 54. Let me clear house.
I got you. Too real.
Man, so first of all, I want to send my condolences to Cyrus and his family. But the first thing I thought was, I said, damn, a lot of motherfuckers finna move to South Carolina, especially a lot of racist people and prejudiced people. And you might ask me why. Because as this trial was going on, I was watching and seeing how South Carolina has a law that states that you cannot bring up priors of anything. So they could not bring up any of Mr. Child priors. And that shit right there blew me because them two incidents he had with the woman and the other person, I think that would have been enough to just slam shut the case. But it's also, it's a couple things I want to get to. One thing I want to say is this. When I was watching that, right, I said the boy shook out his stuff, right? And when he left, he took off running. Most of the time, them 4 bottled waters probably cost them wholesale maybe $1, maybe 50 cents, maybe 75 cents. No matter how they was getting them cases or boats, they probably was getting them motherfuckers 50 cents, 30 cents a case, however they was paying per bottle, right? But you ask yourself, you know how many times a kid and ran out of store with something and then, just let them go. It is what it is. You take the camera, you take the video, like you say, put them on a wall of shame. That boy life won't work that. And the reason that case hit my heart real good, because I'm from Milwaukee, where back in 2020, when I was trying to come home, they had riots. It was riots for Seville Smith. Seville Smith was somebody who is one of the biggest cases in Milwaukee where he was running from the police. He jumped over the gate, and when he jumped over the gate, he dropped his gun and he turned around, tried to grab it to take off, keep running, and they popped him and killed him. So if you look it up, Seville Smith from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, that was the only dude in the city, the whole city rioted for. We tore up the whole motherfucking Milwaukee. I couldn't even come home during that time because I was from that neighborhood, 53206. Then I look at Mr. Chow was a smart person, and from this aspect, he hired a black attorney. And when I heard the black attorney closing arguments, right, when he said I would have did the same thing, he put a connectivity with the jury, like this is not about race. Which that right there, even though feelings can't change facts, but facts don't always change feelings. The fact is they could have hired the Asian, they could have hired the white person, they went and hired the nigga. Just because they accused of killing a nigga, so they can have that connectivity to make that nigga drill it to the jury that this shit is not about race. It's a sad case, but ironically, you see that happen, and then you see the Karmelo verdict. Always believe when all this shit is happening, it's a distraction to have us turn our head to look for something else. So overall, I feel like it's a lot of shit going on with that case that I just didn't sit well with me. And for the most part, that's what I seen.
Skeech.
You on mute.
You on mute.
Well said, too, real. That was well said.
Go ahead, Skeech.
You hear me now?
Yep, you're breaking up real bad, but come on with it.
I went where Too Real was at with it, but you know, on some real shit, Dawgface, I ain't shocked, bewildered, or bamboozled by this shit to begin with, because they showed us years ago with Trayvon Martin that a nigga life wasn't worth a bag of chips in a juice or whatever the fuck Trayvon Martin stole. So I ain't shocked that a nigga life ain't worth a bottle of water. I ain't impressed at all. I knew that that goes to show a nigga life means nothing. If you flip the script and put 3 black niggas who ran the store and they chased the white boy down and shot his ass down for whatever the case may be, them niggas would have been beating the street with bamboo sticks. They would have never got off. So I ain't really shocked by it. But the crazy part about it is like just like how like a black life don't mean shit, bro. In certain worlds, especially if a motherfucker Mr. Child got some money to pay a high paid lawyer to say this little nigga life ain't worth shit. And he running, he retreating, he getting the fuck on. This nigga life still ain't worth shit. Oh, he had a gun on him. He had a gun on him that he didn't pull out. It was in his book bag. The little nigga probably was running out of there because he got a gun on him. And fuck, you talking about a bottle of water. I'm trying to get out of here because I got a gun that I'm not supposed to have. This is why I'm running. Because I don't want your dumb ass to call the police about a fucking water bottle and then you search my bag and find some shit that I'm not supposed to have. Fuck some water.
That's what happened.
See what I'm
It
saying?
wasn't, yeah.
And this how petty a nigga life is worth. A bottle of water, nigga. They got $2 for $1 waters
So,
right down the street, my nigga. And if
so
you break it
listen
down
though.
to a street aspect, bro, nigga, I'm in the hood every day. I ain't never seen a nigga go kill a nigga because he ran off with a nickel bag of weed. You know
I've
what I'm
seen that
saying?
before though, but
If a
I'm
nigga run out of here
tell you
right
how
now with a
smart.
nickel bag of weed, I promise you, niggas not gonna come chase this nigga for 150 miles to go kill this nigga. No, sir.
Oh yeah, he ain't
This
okay.
let
I
you
agree
know
with you.
this
He ain't
No,
guy,
running
sir.
100.
this
Yeah, nah.
Cyrus
Heavens
had a
no.
whole lot of sense.
Heavens
Man, that
no.
little nigga can't come back in here. It's just that simple. Keep that
He
little
had a
motherfucker
whole
from
lot of
around here.
sense. Now
Keep the
listen, I'm
little
gonna
nigga
put a
out of here,
pin
man. We
on.
don't want him back in
Listen,
here. He petty.
listen. I'm about to put a pin on how respectful he was because he already knew he had that fire on him. So
Public figure.
when she started talking to him and wanted them to come out his pocket, that's why he couldn't come out his pocket. If he ain't had a fire on him, he'd have been talking shit. But he was
Yeah,
one of the
I'm trying to
better.
hide something.
He was one of the better YNs, and he put the water back probably because he felt the lady hovering over his back. Like fuck this water.
He definitely a better YN because Mr. Chow would have
You
walked
know
up
what
on
I'm
me. I'd have
saying?
punched Mr. Chow ass out.
So the loophole to this case to why Mr. Chow got off is because Chow didn't do it. That's the whole thing. He didn't do it, and they charged him with the wrong charge. They gave it first degree murder, right?
It's not.
As we look at it, it still wasn't first degree.
No, it wasn't.
And that's why. So in them two cases, he didn't do it, and it's not first degree. So that's why they really didn't convict him.
Boogie,
Everything was all wrong, and they knew that.
Boogie, you on point. That's why I said I'm looking at the prosecutors because they did the same thing with Trayvon.
They
You
knew that.
overcharged. There you go. You overcharged them because now we have to prove this exaggerated
We
charge,
gotta
which you can't.
prove this
The variables.
exact
It's
charge.
5 variables to murder.
We gotta prove
The
this
first degree.
exact charge. This is what's on the table. So since this is what we gonna run with, he'll be out of here. And that's how they played it. It wasn't him who did it. He couldn't keep up with that little boy, nor how the accuracy running.
Yeah, his son did it.
Protected his son. Amen.
He took
Man,
that
fuck
charge
Mr.
for his
Chow.
son.
I say they
feel
burned
like
his motherfucking stove out every chance they get.
I feel like this. Mr. Chow is not the first.
I don't know what hood it happened in, but if them niggas real niggas burn this shit down and whoop his ass every chance you get,
They
that's
did
my
already,
best
gang.
advice.
They already burned it.
They did.
Hold on, Henny.
Good.
Hold on.
Congratulate them niggas from that hood. What hood they from?
Hold on, Skeech. Henny, go ahead.
Salute them niggas.
So Mr. Chow is not the first, and he probably won't be the last until we do something, because there's a pattern of history where the wall of shame goes up. We're treated with disrespect. We're looked at as suspects whenever we go into their stores, yet they build up their businesses in our community, and we welcome them in.
I can't hear anything.
We go to their restaurants, we go to their nail salons, we go to their dry cleaners, we go to their all-you-could-eat buffets. We put our dollars in their pockets. So think about it like this. We pay them to mistreat us. We pay them to disrespect us. And when stuff like this happens, we get outraged because the disrespect has gone so far that a blind eye now gets turned. In this case, it's very hard to say, even though we don't want to touch on it as racist, it's hard to say that it's not racist when if you are scared of the very community that you are serving, and the community that you serve is a community of Black people, then the people that you fear are Black. You chased that boy down because he was a young Black male. The older Black males came in there. They wasn't hovering over them. The Black girl came in there. They wasn't hovering over her. They hovered over Cyrus. Why? Is it because you have issues with young Black males coming in your store because you disrespect them, so they disrespect you back? So now a young Black male comes in the store and now you're automatically hovering over him? Alice Chow should have been charged. Their son should have been charged. And the father should have been charged. Alice Chow initiated that. From the gate, she was the one that had communication and contact with Cyrus. From the door. Put your book bag on the ice. She followed him around. She stopped him at the door. And we can't hear what she said to the husband and the son, which made them completely forget that they had other customers in the store. Mind you, they're so focused on a bottle of water that you left customers in your store to chase Cyrus around the corner. And not just around the corner, down the street, where you were well off of the Shell property where your store sat at. So you were off your property chasing this boy down. And I can't agree that it's not first degree murder, because if you run out of a store with a firearm on you and you're chasing somebody down and they're running from you and you continue to chase them even after your property and your person is safe, and you fire a gun and you shoot them in the back, that's murder. There's no getting around it. That's not self-defense. In the back could never be self-defense, ever. And we have to stop this shit from happening in our communities. So what? They're mad that we're not going in their beauty supplies, and we're not going, even though I know some people are still going to do it, and that's a whole nother conversation, because we can't never stick together when it matters. But when we start taking our dollars back, that's when it really matters.
And the part I can't understand is if he running away, how he turn around to point the gun at anybody.
Hey, listen, let me chime in on this point right here. So listen. Cyrus in the store, walking around, not really picking up anything. If I was a store owner, if I was the manager of a store, I would have keyed in on him too, because he was milling around, not choosing, not selecting anything. It's a convenience store. They're connected to gas station. There's not much in here. So if I was a manager or a worker in the store, I would have keyed in on him too, because he was looking suspicious. He was looking like he was getting ready to steal some shit. He was looking like he was ready to bust a move, right? That's how he was looking. Let's be truthful here. He was walking around, not picking up anything in particular. No, he was looking suspicious, right?
For sure.
So let's just clear the air on that. So that's what
From
Drew.
the door, though, doggy.
That's what Drew. I'm talking about prior to him making his way to the door. He came in the store.
No, when he came in, she confronted him from the door.
No. She did. Maybe about the bag, because in the hood, in the ghetto, they actually
how I get
at the door. You know how it is.
One at a time. Take your bags up.
Yeah, bag to cut down on theft. Okay, I get you. So listen. Let me just make sure we're on the same page here, right? The page is this. The page is she confronted him at the door. He had a bag. Hey, some stores have a policy. Hey, leave your bag at the door, or leave it at the counter, or whatever the case may be. That's what drew her suspicion. At first, she wasn't on him at first. She didn't walk up to him and start to follow him around the store. Every black man on this panel has been followed around the store, right? When it appeared as if he wasn't selecting anything, it kind of raised the level of suspicion. Okay. So whether he did or didn't, whether he was or wasn't, whether he did or didn't, whether he was or wasn't, don't matter. It doesn't matter if he was stealing something. It don't matter if he ran out the store with something. None of that matters. What's the procedure when somebody steals something out of a store? Is the procedure for you and your entire family to run out the store, off the premises, and chase the person down and then shoot the person in the back?
Absolutely not.
Let's clear the air here, right? Let's keep it G. What's the
call the police?
We got what's the procedure?
Well, you
call the police. Same thing they would have told a nigga. Why y'all didn't call the police?
Hey, listen, the same thing they told, the same point they were making with Karmelo Anthony. Well, why didn't you go and report what was happening to authorities? Why didn't you find a teacher? Why didn't you find somebody, a faculty member, and say to them, hey, I am being harassed. I am being threatened. I am being intimidated. Why don't you take matters into your own hand? For the same thing that they used as a part of the case that convicted Karmelo Anthony, that same set of circumstances existed in real time with the Rick Chow case. Cyrus Belton was hunted down like an animal and slaughtered and shot. That's what happened. That's exactly what happened. It don't matter if he was stealing something. Oh, he stole something. Hey, motherfucker steal shit every goddamn day. Don't matter if he stole something. Doesn't matter if he stole something. It does not matter if he stole something. Doesn't matter if he stole something. What matters to me is and then he didn't steal anything. The kicker here is he didn't steal anything. So if he didn't steal anything and you're watching him, you're following him around the store. You have eyes on him. You got his son behind the counter, he's watching. You got the mother following him around, trailing right behind him. You know he didn't leave out this store with anything. So why the pursuit? And then not only did you pursue him, right? So listen, I'll even give it to them this. I'm going to give them this right here. You chased him to the edge of your property line. All right, I'm going to give you that. But he chased him 120 yards and shot him in the back.
That was deeply rooted. That was not any circumstances other than pure hatred.
So Bless one is going to say this. Hey, listen. one of the unique things about South Carolina is that you can't bring up the judge wouldn't allow it. I don't know if it's case law, but I believe Trill said it was case law. Case law, you can't bring up a person's prior convictions to use it in whatever case they're currently being prosecuted on or about. Okay. He didn't steal anything. Doesn't matter how suspicious he was looking. Doesn't matter how fidgety he was. Doesn't matter how non-compliant he was. It's not even a matter of being non-compliant because I didn't do anything. You can't call my behavior objectionable in any way because I didn't do anything.
Right.
I didn't do anything. When I left your store, I didn't take anything. I ran. Doesn't matter why I ran.
Right.
Doesn't matter. You know I didn't steal anything because you were watching me and following me around the store. Like Henny said, that woman, her behavior, her actions, everybody else in hyper alert mode because they were feeding off her. They didn't see him take anything. They were responding to her body language, to her words, to her actions. She's the one who set this whole thing in motion, right? But she is just a representation of what's going on in that entire family. And it's a bigger reflection of their relationship to the neighborhood that their store/gas station serves. Mr. Chow has a long history of being hyper aggressive with Black people. There are no accounts of him.
They're known for operating like that.
Yeah, there are no accounts of him.
5 situations
of
already.
aggression towards anybody other than people of color. So what I'm saying is this. He didn't steal anything. And even if he had stole something, I don't give a fuck if he had picked up a whole rack and walked out that bitch. Once he got outside, what's the procedure? What does the law say?
Proper to authorities.
Once your life not in danger with somebody running away,
and that's my question.
It's automatically law. You can't shoot somebody in the back. So that's automatically.
Hey, Boogie. So watch this.
That's murder.
Listen.
Murder.
At what point on the video that we see, multiple videos, at what point did either one of the childs fear for their life?
None.
Those actually had bravado with them. They look hype. Hunting season.
They look like they've done this shit before.
Exactly.
Right? Even if they didn't have a history of doing this, just by look, I guess we're stupid and we can't tell based on the behavior and based on the body language of, because they always say niggas are stupid. So these niggas, you can't look at that tape and tell. No, you can look at that tape and tell that this is not the first time that they've responded and reacted without even examining his prior criminal or prior history of shooting people. You can look at the body language of the entire family and tell these motherfuckers think they tough.
The only difference from this time and the last time is they missed.
Can you imagine in South Carolina if it was a Black man in that store and he shoots a white or an Asian 14-year-old? Do you know this is going to be not just national news, something embedded in the minds of Caucasians in every other nation for the next 40 years? They still talk about Trayvon Martin like he's enemy number one. Like this is what they do. So the impact of Mr. Rick Chow, he's going to defend himself, his son, just like I would take the charge. Boogie would take the charge, and Henny got a warrior spirit. She would take any parent would. So I'm not. You sound like my mama. My mom would say the same thing Henny said.
I ain't send you out there to go do that. I ain't taking that charge.
Hey, you gave me a flashback of what she said to one of my brothers, but this is like it co-aligns with, man, just the hatred that embodies in a lot of group of people. Because if we even have this discussion about it, none of us been disrespectful to any groups of people that's not Black. We've been very professional, proper decorum, but they'll still take this as, oh, you guys are racist. I've understood it's illegal to speak Black solidarity. So it's okay to be criminals. It's okay when I talk about a drill rapper who killed or got killed. But as soon as I understand this beast, as soon as you get in a conversation about blackness, greatness, because I am great. I wake up every day. I don't hate my brother. We might fight. We probably even had a block. But I cry for you when they kill you. I feel for you. So, but we're presented as animals who have no heart. We have no accountability. Black people have the most accountability you will ever see, man. But don't listen to that farce, bro. We have so much accountability. That's probably what kept me from getting rich on YouTube, because everything I want to do in the hip hop world, I gotta go, damn, how my neighborhood gonna look at me? What OG and them gonna tell me? We have so much accountability in this neighborhood and a structure, but it gets presented as a ghetto trash. You don't have fathers. You don't. That's every killer I know had their dad in the house. I don't understand where this is, like this idea of Mr. Chow as this guy who is in fear of his life when he's really was the hunter hunting. And I'm gonna still stand on what I said. The prosecutor understood the relationship with the Asian community and the Western society. This was something behind closed doors through friendships, relationships, and people understood we're gonna make a show. We're going to give the people what they want, but we knew what the verdict was going to be before. Every black man and woman, we don't even have to know each other. You know what the verdict was. I don't like to sugarcoat it.
Let me ask you a question, Blessed One.
Go ahead, King.
So, one of the dynamics that exists, when we talk about cases like this, where there is white people who are shooting down black people, one of the things that comes up from the white perspective is that black people kill other black people and we don't protest. So why are you guys, why are black people, why you only take up arms when somebody from outside the community does it? And when I hear things like that, hey, listen, I take a deep breath, right? So listen. Black people have been bamboozled and they have been tricked and manipulated so effectively to where white America, with their constant complaining about us complaining about them and what they do and what they say and how they treat us and the injustice that we suffer at their hands, white America has positioned themselves and they have launched an attack on us starting 20 years ago. And they have waved the flag on us. And so now anything that we say about them, anything that we say about their behavior, anything that we say about their activity as it specifically relates to how it affects us, we're playing the race card. We're race baiting. And here's my disposition. No, bitch ass nigga. We ain't race baiting. All we're doing is simply pointing out, right, your behavior, and then we're matching your behavior with the historical nature of how people who look like you, speaking of people who look like each other, speaking of what we expect from people who look like black people, oh, they steal from my store. Well, you bitches are racist, you're murderers, you're everything under the goddamn sun. So if black people were to judge you by the behavior of the majority of you, well, all white people ain't bad. Hey, listen, all white people ain't never been all bad. All white people were bad during slavery, right? All Europeans, all the Germans didn't dislike Jews. It doesn't take for everybody, for a collective to be all one thing in order for a segment of that particular society or that particular group of people to act out and do shit. So when we are speaking about, black people listen, look at all the black political pundits, all the black entertainers now. They all are speaking like they're ashamed to say racism still exists. Hey, listen, bitch ass nigga, racism does exist. And when we talk about racism, black people have 6 senses, not 5, like ordinary human beings. We have a racism radar built into our soul. We don't have to be told that something is racist.
We can see it. Yeah.
It's part of our DNA, right?
We know.
What do you mean?
Spider-Man senses.
Tell me when I'm wrong, Trio. It's a part of our DNA. We have inherited a racism radar for our ancestors, right? right? Well, it's your ego, it's your attitude. No, it's not our ego. It's not our intellectual. It is not our. No, it is. Listen, you don't have to say nigga in order for me to understand that you feel nigga. It's a feeling that we get. And for black people to deny it, listen, when you look at what happened to Karmelo, right? Despite the circumstances. When you look at what happened to Cyrus, right? Despite the circumstances. When you looked at it, none of us know either one of these young men. Did you feel it in your soul when Rick Chow got found not guilty? Did you feel it in your soul when Carmelo Anthony got found guilty?
I felt it in my soul before the verdict.
You felt it in your soul. So listen, what that proves, and I'm gonna let Trio take over. What that proves is that we still have some connectivity from the outside. We have been so conditioned to harm each other and to look at each other with disdain in our hearts and our eyes. But we have an internal connectivity that we don't listen to anymore. We're not tapped into it anymore, right? We have subdued our feeling of connectivity with each other as a people, and we've replaced that with the mind state of the same people who seek to destroy us, if you can get where I'm coming from, right?
Yeah, we do.
We have been trained and conditioned to look at and to deal with and to interpret the things that happen to us through the eyes of Europeans, through the eyes of the children of our former slave masters. I know that sounds like some black power shit, but that is
it's truth.
You will have black people.
Thing.
You will have black people. We are suffering from PTSD and Stockholm syndrome.
Preach.
We fucked up.
Said this.
Now listen, do we have a responsibility to get ourselves together? Yeah. Do I always talk about how racism made you do X, Y, Z? No, bro. Listen, let's just put it on the flow so people we done with the bullshit.
Right.
Yeah.
Black people, we need to take responsibility and accountability for the shit that we do. It is true that we have too much self-destructive behavior going on, and it didn't just start. It is true. Listen, when they talk about how foul and how aggressive and how angry we are, black people, we treat our own kind with more venom and more aggression than we do people who we know historically have sought to destroy us.
That's a fact.
Show all 36 teeth.
Listen, who's in more danger? A black man in an all white or all Asian neighborhood, or Asian in a black neighborhood, or a white man. Listen, when white men come to the neighborhood, you better not touch that hunky.
Mama teach you early. Fact. Your mom teach you early. Leave them white folks alone.
Hey, listen, white man pull up in your neighborhood. Trill, you from Milwaukee. Brother, you from Florida. Boogie, what? We see white people. When we see white people, what are you doing over here?
Right.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
White the police or something? Wait, no, you ain't. No, you ain't, nigga. That white motherfucker gonna come here and leave here intact.
Untouched.
But they had the whole hood hot. When black people go to all white neighborhoods,
a movie.
They locking those doors. They calling the police on you.
I'm trying to get up out of there.
Let me
or
say
they
something.
got their phones out like this. You ain't supposed to be here.
So let me say something. So I come from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Let me give y'all some valid statistics. Anybody in the chat can look this up. Milwaukee is the #1 segregated city in the nation, right? We the 4th poorest in the nation. And we #1 in the nation for mass incarceration of a black man. These are real statistics. We did a documentary on it. It's called 53206. Anybody can go look this up, Netflix, Tubi, wherever you get your movies at. But also the racial undertones that Dawgface said. I remember one time, thank God I got probation, but I was at Potawatomi Bingo, right? So this shit happened back in 2000 and 12. The only time black and white people be with each other in Wisconsin and Milwaukee is football game, basketball game, or sitting at the gamble table. I'll never forget it. We playing blackjack. White dude comes to the table. It's a Chinese dude. A Mexican is a black pregnant girl. We all gambling together. Everybody just, going along to get along. White dude, he at the table. We got the little cup with the chew. He's spitting the chew out. It was a play where I had to go against the grain. There was a lot of money on the line. but I had to take a hit because how the cars was going. And I was thinking about it. And they didn't want me to do it, but some told me to do it. I took the hit. That was the actual car that saved him from busting. I took the hit. Soon as we won the hand, the white dude patted me on my shoulder, said, "That a boy, that a boy." Man, when he said that a boy,
pull your camera
said,
back.
"Hey man, whatever your motherfucking life say." I just went off, y'all, because that was a racial undertone.
Pull your camera back.
I come from that shit. Like, nigga, don't say no. I mean, that shit, that shit fucked me up. I have never, and I knew he was a racist. He had the spider web on his motherfucking arm right here.
Oh yeah, that's
the nigga had. You seen the symbols? You seen all that shit, man? Then he spit and chewed in his mouth, and he said, "That a boy." All these motherfucking slavery movies I watched back in the days, man.
Real, pull your camera back.
I don't know if he can hear.
Can you hear us?
I can hear you, that girl, Henny. I can't hear
no. They're saying pull your camera up.
They saying put your camera up a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, put your camera up a little bit.
But we heard you. I don't want you to think we didn't hear it. Like the audience heard you. Everything.
But everybody heard what you had to say. You may not. He can't hear you, Dawgface or Bless. He can only hear me.
Okay.
I can hear you though. Damn.
Okay. Can you hear me?
You better talk to Henny after the
shit,
show.
man. I'm trying to set this shit up on my computer. Right. I'm trying to set this shit up on my computer. Let me leave and come back real quick.
Pretty much, too real was breaking it down, but I wanted to actually feedback off of what Dawgface said, and you teaching me how to, like, my people is looking at me too. Damn, I'm well behaved today because it's likewise mine's here. To go back what you said, Dawgface, you said bless, but when you tell a white person, you know, basically the black plights of what we go through.
Y'all hear me now?
We hear you too real.
Yes. And my bad, I don't want to cut you off.
No, too real. You continue. Now, if you can hear, I'd rather fall back and let you continue.
What I wanted to say is that I learned that them racial undertones and how, like he say, Dawgface had a compelling and intelligent discussion when the nigga said, "We compare your behavior to the history." And what it is what I noticed, even when the Karmelo Anthony case, is we on that already, or we ain't get to that?
We ain't on that yet.
We didn't get there, but somebody
so I ain't gonna speak on that.
No,
so
you can speak on it, and then because I know you trying to it correlates with each other.
So what I will say is this though, like the reason why when Dawgface was speaking earlier, the reason why a lot of people can't speak out on that, because a lot of these celebrities' opinions been bought. They've been bought. They've been paid for with the contracts they got. They've been paid for with the backroom deals they done made. So they can't speak on that because their opinions have been bought. Now, when you have a lot of people where you wonder when certain shit happen and you'll be like, damn, why they ain't speak out? Why this person ain't speak out? Because it ain't about the backlash. It's about a lot of people opinions been bought. Kevin Hart is a prime example. It's a lot of shit Kevin Hart can't say. And because he got so many sponsors that'll pull his ass. That's how you see somebody like Kanye West go from a billionaire to 48 hours. He become a millionaire. You know why? Because black people are only billionaires by partnerships.
Exactly.
White people are billionaires and millionaires by ownership. So all it takes is you to say the wrong thing and a motherfucker will pull that partnership and pull his partnership, knock your ass back to square one. And a lot of niggas ain't willing to risk that.
Hell yeah,
niggas ain't willing to come back down here with us. So they know it's wrong. But guess what? That's how when niggas say niggas soul bought and they sold her, I know that shit be fucked. Because listen, man, it's so hard for listen, bro. Being fake fuck with my spirit, like even attempting to be fake. That's why I tell people all the time, be careful what you despise the most in people, my nigga, or you will become what you despise the most in people. While you sitting over here despising that shit, you fuck around and becoming it. Just like a bitch fucking with a nigga, he always cheating. And then she hate this nigga because he cheating. And guess what she become? A cheater. You seeing all these hoe ass niggas in the game being fake and phony, and you like, man, I hate that shit. Then you become fake and phony so you can do what the fuck you trying to do. So niggas got to be careful what they despise. And a lot of these motherfuckers' opinion is bought. I promise you, my nigga, they can't speak. They can't be a Dawgface out here. That's why he the most dangerous voice. Not because he want to hurt you or murder you. He gonna hurt you and murder you with the motherfucking truth, nigga. Believe that.
And see, you answered a question that I was having in one of my lives last night.
Hey, my bad. I ain't gonna lie. I be bad. I be ranting a little bit.
You good? That wasn't no rant, brother. I got goosebumps when y'all go on that militant vibe, man. Don't ever apologize for that.
I get triggered, bro. I got traumas, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Go ahead, Henny. Yeah, go ahead, Henny.
So last night I was asking the question to my chat. I was live on IG and I said, where are our celebrities? Because no celebrity steps out and says anything for any of these cases that are going on. And I know, people were saying, well, this celebrity donates here, and that's behind the scenes, that's behind the curtain. And one of the people that I brought up was Jay-Z. Jay-Z was on his platform openly for Meek Mill. Remember that? But you don't come out and speak when it's problems like this in the community. You'll donate behind the scenes, but you won't speak.
Henny, you know
Why
why? Can I
won't
say
y'all
something?
speak? You just said it. Because they're compromised. Back in the day, our actors, our musicians, our athletes, they were activists as well as that. Back in the day, they would speak. I'm talking in the 60s and the 70s. They were still vocal. But somewhere between the transition and the change of guard, the dollar became king.
Yeah.
The dollar became, I will sell my soul. I will sell my people.
Integrity
out.
for sale.
Exactly. So that's what we have going on here. Why you don't see these celebrities. You answered the question so perfectly for me as to why they're not here.
And I ain't even
And
here
it's
because my
sad.
shit been going in and out for a while. I ain't been here.
And
I
the
ain't even here.
sad part about it is, once again, I'm going to go back into where our dollars go. Because we help these celebrities climb that ladder to where they want to get to. And when they get to where they want to get to, they forget about the community. They don't care about us no more till it's time to drop another album, launch a clothing line, announce a partnership. They opening a business. They
Henny,
got a Bitcoin.
Henny, can you? I want to put this in here. Then you tell me what you think about this. And I don't know this for 100% certain, but I bet you this how they thinking. Every black person that stood up for black people died broke. Malcolm
Amen.
X, Martin Luther King, Huey Newton, Fred Hampton.
Fred
We can
Hampton.
keep going. Marcus Garvey. We can go down the bucket list of people who stood up publicly for black people and they died broke.
But
And
I'm
that's
going
what
to say
these.
this as
That's the
well.
worst fear of these motherfucking cowards, man. They worried about the dollar so much, not knowing we could have been had our Black Wall Street. We could have been had our own grocery stores. We could have been had our own schools and institutions. But you got motherfuckers. The problem is, once white people accepted niggas inside these rooms, them be the same niggas reporting. Why you think when Suge Knight, Jay Prince, and all them niggas was trying to start that label, you don't think a motherfucker snitch? It's been allegations for
Jay-Z.
years. Dawgface may know more about it than me, but it's been allegations for years. Who said something about that meeting? And right after that meeting, Gotti go down, he get indicted. Death Row go down. The feds was damn near trying to kill Jay Prince. You seen a lot of these niggas who, when they try to come together, is always somebody going to run to tell master what's
No,
going on.
nigga, you can't
So,
have
But
your own
see,
piece of chicken.
so it's
that's
deeper.
where I was going with it, because all those names you mentioned, the Malcolm X, the Martin Luther King, the Huey P. Newtons, all of them, not only did they die broke, they died being betrayed by one of their own.
Yeah.
So
we
let's
can't
talk about
skip
that.
over that part.
Okay,
Hold on, Dawgface. Before you said it, you're an example, Dawgface. Even
Oh.
you too, real. I don't know if you was in a nation like my brother and Dawgface, but look, people criticize Minister, the great honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan every day, and I got things I could criticize him. That man, that brother performed magic, bro. I got friends and family who are that part, and they're like Dawgface. They outstanding people. You're building. You're actually contributing. You can't have that, bro, with people who can influence powerful minds like that. I'm gonna say that again. I'm not to glaze you. They built you with your mindset. Maybe Dawgface built themselves, but to have black people on one accord like that, I don't blame white folks. I understand it. We some warriors out here, even the baddest of us. If you get us together, bro, it's domination. So self-preservation. They have to do the little loopholes they're doing. That's all I wanted to say to that. They have. So it's not that we as black people don't know why y'all do it. I fully understand why.
So
yeah, but they're selling out their own for $1.
No, I'm talking about the whites as far as what they do to us to buy off our people.
So listen. We know why. The agenda was set hundreds of years ago. So all we're seeing is the manifestation of a plan, of an orchestrated plan set in place. Right now, the plan was launched hundreds of years ago. right? What we're seeing now, what we're bearing witness to now, is the manifestation of psychologically enslaving somebody, taking them from physical chattel slavery to poisoning their mind and reconditioning their mind so that they become their own worst enemies right now. So listen, we all black, we all from the hood, right? Right now, let's be honest, bro. We're not afraid of white people. As bad as white people are, we ain't afraid of white people, bro. Maybe we should be afraid of them, but we're not. Well, the things that strikes the most fear in our hearts, and I'm gonna speak for everybody.
As long as you're not the police, we not scared.
It's somebody who looks just like, well, maybe it's different for me because I'm from a black city. So I know. So this is where you talk to people who, and this is why these conversations are so important, because now we have people who are from different cities, from different regions. Detroit is a chocolate city, and most of the cities surrounding Detroit are relatively chocolate cities, right? So growing up in Detroit, right, because it's predominantly black city, right, we don't see acute, direct racism like you would see in Mississippi or Arkansas or Texas or
Florida,
right, or Florida. We don't see it like that. White people, the racism that does exist, but it's more systemic. It's less overt, right? You don't see white people living in Detroit just calling motherfucker. There are some that do that, right? You got some who will do that, right? But normally when we see racism in cities like Detroit or Chicago, because they're so heavily, right? Normally we see it in law enforcement or somebody who has some level of authority, who's not afraid to express that vitriol, right? Let me tell you something, bro. We are more afraid of ourselves because we live in close proximity to each other. So the likelihood of you having a negative encounter is going to lead to you having to do something to somebody or somebody doing something to you is going to come from somebody who looks just like you. The police is a whole different thing. The police are universal troopers everywhere, right? But let me just say this, bro. Let's close the Rick Chow thing out. Rick Chow, you and your family, y'all deserve everything y'all finna get. And black people, so listen, I ain't got no problem with Rick Chow because shit happen every day, right? Black people, what the fuck y'all gonna do about all the shit y'all complaining about, right? What the fuck are y'all gonna do about all the shit y'all crying and whining about? Nothing. We've been marching and complaining and protesting for how many motherfucking years over here? Don't you understand that marching, that beating your feet on that pavement, you trying to convince some type of legislature to see things in your favor? When are you going to realize that you have no friend in the system that you know hates you so much?
Message.
We listen. We have Google. We got iPhones. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen. White people, by and large, not all of them are bad. It makes me want to throw up that you can say that. I never prefix what I'm about to say by saying something to kind of like diminish what I'm about to say. You understand what the fuck I'm saying? Not all white people are bad, Dawgface. Not all white people are racist. We know that. Listen, bro. It doesn't take all of any people to be, for some people in that particular group to do something. Black people, when are we going to say, the reason why we see the same shit happening over and over again, listen, we can't beat the law. Hey, listen, laws get changed not because of feelings. Laws get changed because motherfuckers fear the reaction if something doesn't change. So all this marching, hooping and hollering, sitting up in the Second Ebenezer Baptist Church and all that shit there, right? White people, here's a newsflash. I'm gonna give y'all the mic. White people only respect force.
Violence means violence. Facts.
They don't respect a complaint. When white people, why do you think this country was founded? This country was founded on the principle of motherfuckers being mad, angry, upset, and fed the fuck up with what was going on in England. That's the spirit of the white man. The true essence, the true spirit of a white man is do something about it. In the Wild Wild West, did you ever watch? If them niggas was some do something about it ass niggas back then. Do something about it, bitch ass.
Dawgface, you said what to me? Let's have a duel right now in 30 minutes. Somebody ain't coming home.
Hey, newsflash.
White man gonna talk shit all the way till you go upside his head.
Hey, listen,
oh God.
Newsflash.
Then his whole tune changed.
Right.
911.
Newsflash. White people do not respect
softness.
Marching. Not only white people, but
any race, any man or woman.
No warrior class of human being respects a whining, bitch ass, complaining ass nigga, right? They will help you. They will set up systems. They will put people in your community who will champion the whole whining thing. Martin Luther King was a whining bitch ass nigga.
Preach. Finally, somebody said.
When he died, prior to him dying, what did he say?
I led my people to a burning house.
I led my people to a what?
Burning house.
A burning
Too late,
house.
nigga.
And listen, when he came to that realization, the reason why he got killed, when he got killed, is because the people around him, the niggas around him, like Jesse
Jackson,
like Jesse Jackson for one. Jesse Jackson was a murderous, deceptive, Cohen. Right?
I was scared to say that on this panel.
About to flip on us for them white bitches anyway.
So when you talk about entertainers waking up, once those entertainers start to wake up, now P. Diddy was a motherfucker. He had his own percadillos, as the white people say, right? Right? But that motherfucker, he was such a deviant that he forgot who the fuck was running the show. Yeah. And he started to speak out. Kanye West, right? He was such a deviant. We now know that he sucked dick and swallowed cum. He's a child molesting ass, rapist ass, bitch ass nigga, right?
Educational.
Listen. The most courageous motherfucker in the world is a sexual deviant. They don't give a fuck.
Nothing.
Listen, think about all the people who've been accused of sex crimes. Donald Trump, he didn't give a fuck. He don't give a fuck right now.
R. Kelly
didn't give a fuck. Bill Clinton didn't give a fuck. Bill Cosby didn't give a fuck. R. Kelly didn't give a fuck. Them sex crime niggas.
Charlie Sheen.
None of them give a fuck.
Bill Clinton took a second look at his picture and was like,
right
I had a hell of a time that night.
What you said, bro?
I know I'm going off on a tangent right here. I know I'm going off on the side of this shit, right?
Nah, you preaching truth, gang.
Listen, the reason why you have entertainers, Trill just said it. Henny just said it. The reason why these entertainers are not going to speak up in a real, measurable, marketable way is because they don't want to lose what they have. They don't want to lose the support of the people who help create them and help put them in a position of influence over other niggas. They don't want to come back down here with us niggas. They don't want to come back down here and do podcasts. The rappers who are now pod rappers, they don't want to do podcasts. They would rather have illustrious rap careers. They're doing podcasts because their rap careers are on the south side of things.
Message.
Hey, black people, right? We ain't gonna be talking about this shit all this whole podcast. Hey, listen. If it's one thing you motherfuckers better get through y'all motherfucking thick ass skulls is, right? First of all, we gotta police ourselves. We have to start to govern ourselves because it is true. They are pointing to what we do to ourselves as a justification or as a minimization, right? How you guys gonna complain about, right? How you gonna complain about this, that, and the third when you niggas do the same shit, if not worse, to yourself, right? And my thing is, here's my thing. It doesn't matter what we do to ourselves because when you look at every community, right? In every community that we have, whether it's Italian, Asian, Arab, Chaldean, whatever it is, there's always more crime that happens and occurs amongst the people who live in that community. So they say black on black crime. They don't say white on white crime. Majority of crime that happens, the greater society, is at the hands of white people, but they don't talk about that, right? You know
I
why?
got you, doggy. I got you.
Go ahead.
Doggy is my brother. Bless One is my brother. Too Real is my brother. If I fight my brothers, I fought my brothers. The outside, you better not say nothing. You better not fucking move. That's me and my brothers. You see what I'm saying? Just like you and your brothers. Just like in jail. You run your section. Your section is white boys. You talk to them fucking white boys. Don't come over here talking to no niggas. You get your side straight. And then that one
Program.
white boy might talk to that one nigga and they get it. They figure out what the fuck they gonna do. But other than that, no. We hit them with the finesse. My brothers, my brothers. We gonna kick our own asses. Ain't nobody else coming in doing that. And y'all feel the same way.
Facts.
No, I
But
ain't gonna
see,
lie,
you
dog.
know,
Go ahead.
you should.
Go
No, I
ahead.
was just
The
gonna
thing
piggyback
is,
on what he said.
I just feel like, everything you said is absolutely correct. We demand respect. We demand our place in society. We demand to have justice for us. We demand, because no matter what the illusion may be that's been given to us, it's not an equal playing field. And we know that. They've already had years and miles ahead of us. They're years ahead with their planning while we still trying to play catch up. And the thing is, they keep telling us what our hang-ups are. We're our own hang-ups. We are. We can't expect anybody to respect us. We can't expect anybody to give us our place. We can't expect anybody to look at us and not feel like it's okay to disrespect a woman, a black woman, a black man. We can't expect anybody to treat us any better than how we treat ourselves. If we show the world that we're at conflict with one another, we don't give a fuck about each other, we don't respect one another, we don't give a fuck about family, we don't care about morals, we out here, if we keep showing more of the same, we're going to keep getting more of the same. The problem is we become so programmed into all of this that it's now, how do we move? Because I'm tired of talking about what's going on in our community and what's wrong with our community and how do we fix what's the plan? We've got to start moving forward, because all we're doing is running in a circle with two left shoes on, doing the same shit generation after generation. And the complaint is never changed. They're not changing the game. We're never going to get justice in this country if we don't start standing up for our fucking selves and making people respect our place here. Letting it be known it's not okay to kill one of ours. It's not okay to just shoot our sons in the back. It's not okay to hang our sons systematically. It's not okay to keep snatching black fathers and black brothers and nephews and nieces and mothers off the street. It's not okay.
I want to pardon the interruption. I have a question to ask you, because we gonna keep it real on this motherfucker tonight, and everybody has, right? The first thing that we need to do as a people is to clean up our own backyard. Mm-hmm. Once we clean up our own backyard, so how do we fix it? How do we fix it? Once we clean up our own backyards, and then as a collective, the people who are like-minded, the people who are progressive-minded, the people who are operating inside of the know, right? We can then present ourselves as a unified front to other people. When we complain in our neighborhoods about let's say the way the police treat us, the police are looking at us like they know we're not going to stick together. Mm-hmm. They know we're not going to move what we call a unity and group operation.
Right.
They know that we're not going to stand together. They know that all they have to do is really stomp their feet on the ground, and there are those amongst us who are going to, I'm going to call you later and tell you which one of these niggas are agitators. It's always been that way. Black people have to
sell out
our own communities first, but it's not to white people's advantage. It is not to their advantage to see our neighborhoods up. Let's make sure we're on the same page here.
Dawgface, how we do it with you being strong as
you know what? I was
go
gonna disagree with you, but you said I gotta have the facts, so I ain't gonna, because I feel like we saying the same thing.
No. Hey, listen. What I'm saying is this: before we can demand anything from anybody and stand on it, we have to first put those same demands on ourselves.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because what I was finna say is this.
Saying,
Hold on, dog. All I was finna say is niggas gotta stop waiting till the cameras and the news to show up to demand change. Stop waiting till these motherfucking cameras and the news show up, because guess what? The next Jim Crow, Kyle, whatever the fuck his name is, that shit finna happen again. The next Carmelo Anthony, that shit gonna happen again. History has proven that the shit gonna happen again. So why the fuck we gotta keep waiting? Let's start now. The difference between us and white people, and even with the Asian community, when something happen to them, they go to the Capitol Hill, they go demand to get a law in place to change something. We want to go put up signs and talk about black law, all that shit, because it's for money, it's for finesse.
They working.
Fuck
Hey,
all
they
that.
working
I feel like
overnight.
this. The best change start is in your home. Like, I can't go look at dude's yard and be like, man, your shit dirty in the motherfucker. And I'm looking at my shit ain't even cut. I can't be trying to teach all these other motherfucking kids, but my kids in school getting motherfucking D's and F's and they calling me every day. I feel like if everybody just start in their home, and that's where all the change start. Motherfuckers got to stop looking outside for change. That shit start inside the house. Like, that's why I don't do no charitable shit in my city for no whole bunch of kids. Shit, I got 2 kids that when I came home from prison, they was 6 and 7. I had to relearn them. They got to learn me. I got to get them together. I'm focused on my kids first. And once I get them together, then I can go outside and start teaching. I think that's a lot of our problem, man. We doing all this shit outside our motherfucking house, but our house is fucked up. It's dysfunctional, and it ain't no structure. Black community don't even understand structure because we some of the most powerful motherfuckers on earth. They mimic us, gimmick us, love our style, our communities, everything.
Exploit
and
us.
then, if you think about it, when it's time to stand up, it's more of them standing up with us than us standing up with us, if you think about it. So
I'm gonna
I
add
don't
one
know,
more
man.
part.
Maybe I'm wrong, but that's just how I think.
No,
it's
you're
not,
right. I'm gonna add one more part to what you
Mhm.
said, because you're right. We do have to start in our homes, but we got to
Damn,
start
my
with
shit went off. I
ourselves.
gotta come in.
We got to start with us.
No, I need him to come
as
back.
an
I got something to
individual.
ask Too Real in face. Go ahead, Queen. My bad.
We got to start with ourselves as an individual, because number one, Dawgface, you touched on something that I've said to a lot of people. If you are Black in America, you have PTSD automatically.
Amen.
Because there's no way walking around this country you do not have it, especially the way that we've grown up and seen things and we've experienced life.
That ain't normal
You
for a
have
human.
to start. It's not. The things that we've seen. Think about this. We watched in 2020 more Black people be killed on social media videos than any other race ever. We literally watched people die on video.
Tamir
Think of what
Rice,
that
12
does.
years old.
Philando Castile.
Oh
like,
my
come on, we
God.
watched this happen.
He lost his arm, Queen. Crazy.
Psychological damage has been done to you as a Black person, whether it's been in your face, blatant racism, it's been that subtle shit, it's been colorism, whatever the hell it's been, you've been through some form of PTSD. You've got to start with you. You've got to fix you and get rid of that stuff you got going on inside of you, or else you're going to keep feeding that poison into your household. So you've got to fix you, fix your family. And if we start working like this, I agree. That's how change comes. And anybody that don't want to change, mother had you, mother made you, motherfuck you. Go over there. Because the people who want change, who are really tired of all of this, who don't want to keep going down the same rabbit hole and Groundhog Day, we trying to do something.
So Henny, what do we do though? Like what to feedback off you and even Dawgface and Too Real, because y'all kind of said the same, and even the Boogie. What do we do with the dudes who don't want to get on this militant timing? What do we do with this?
You can't save somebody who don't want to be saved.
But they the problems even getting in our way though. They actually getting in our way.
You only could focus on the ones who want to get on.
Exactly.
I am.
We got a lot of bad
I don't even know you when you on code. I don't even know Henny.
Hey, but hold on.
We got a lot of bad representation out here.
Let me put my headphones back on. Listen, he just asked a question. The question is, first of all, the biggest problem that's going on in the Black community ain't no outside factors. There are all outside factors in terms of education, job, blah, 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 blah. But listen, we can't even get to that shit. We can't get to the sweet spot. We can't get to the good part of life because people who look just like us, listen.
In the way.
Listen, to Real get rich. He get richer. Bless get richer. Boogie get richer. Henny get richer. I get some money at all. The first thing I'm doing is I'm getting the fuck away from you niggas. That's the first thing I'm gonna do. Oh, Dawgface, they don't sound no pro back. Listen, I don't got time. I'm not Martin Luther King. I'm not Martin Luther King. When I get some money, I'm getting the fuck away from you niggas because I can't have no money and live amongst you niggas because you niggas gonna try to take it from me. Right? My kids, right? Oh, it can happen anywhere. Yeah, it can happen anywhere. Robbery, death, destruction, Columbine happened in an all-white environment. We understand that. But the likelihood of my kids getting shot the fuck down because they got some Jordans on, it decreases the further away from you niggas I get.
But you increase your child being killed by a white person or having an unjust system.
Nah, dog ain't lying. You gonna get killed by a nigga more in these neighborhoods.
No, it's not a lie. But at the same time, we got to stop also thinking, where we going? Where we going? Where's our affluent neighborhoods to go to? We going in their neighborhood.
Let me speak to that.
They have them in Georgia.
Let me speak to that. So because this is a regional thing, right? So it's more. No, it's not. So let me just speak to that. So let's deal with mathematics because I'm a mathematician, right? So the more this mathematics will solve every problem you have. The more money you have, if you live in an urban environment, the more money you have, this your environment, the more when your income goes up, the level of danger you in goes up because the majority of the people where you come from, they don't have what you have. So they start looking at you like you're the Bank of America. Right. Even though you came from where they came from, even though you pulled yourself up by whatever means. So this your environment. When you start to raise up your income, the danger of you living in that same neighborhood that you came from goes up like this. So any nigga with some sense from Milwaukee to Florida, niggas in Milwaukee, when they get that bread, where they go? They stay in Milwaukee?
Hell no.
Hell no.
But can I finish my
Atlanta, Texas, Arizona. That's where everybody moving to.
Yeah,
but can I finish my point? Because I wasn't done with what I was saying.
No. But let me just say this and I'll let you finish your point. Hey, Henny, okay. What I'm saying is, here's the question. What do we do with the people in our communities who don't want to see change happen? What do we do with the niggas who don't want to play ball? The niggas who don't want to play ball, they are dead set on not playing ball because they are comfortable where they are, right? They are the kings. The people who are not going to play ball are the people who are benefiting from the shit that goes on inside the hood. That's the people who ain't gonna want to play ball because in the hood, they kings. When they raise up, not so much so. So to answer your question, Henny, you asked the question. We might have to kill some of these bitch ass niggas.
There you go, Dawgface. That's all I was saying to all you brothers in Queens.
No.
What do we do when they no, Henny?
Because neither one of y'all, none
Henny,
of y'all let me finish what I was saying before y'all jumped out the window.
Man gotta punish some of these niggas, man.
If you gonna stay in that environment, absolutely.
Hands on, Henny.
But this is where, but you gotta think bigger. You've got to think bigger. Because now we're at a point in time where we need our own communities for people who want to be on board with better shit. So we can't even get to that land over there that we need infrastructure and all of that.
You ain't never got a spanking, Henny?
I've always gotten a spanking.
I need all you other niggas to get in line too, not just us.
Why do we have to stay around them if they are
a small force can't do nothing? We need the bigger
what
force.
They want. So, y'all saying that? Wait a minute. Y'all saying no? Y'all are saying that moving to another neighborhood, going over here to the affluent neighborhood.
No. I'm saying correct the niggas physically who don't want to be corrected, so I can be in beautiful black neighborhoods.
Nothing to do with what I was saying.
No, I get it. Listen, I can fight it too. I put two issues together. Your question was, what do we do with the people who don't want to see change ushered in? And I'm telling you, listen, there's no way we clean up the neighborhoods that we come from. I don't give a fuck if you're from LA or Maine. If it's a black enclave, there are black problems. Doesn't matter, right? All our ghettos look the same. You might have a different accent. right? You might cook jambalaya. I might cook crawdads. Me and Trio eating chicken. Boogie eating pork chops and neck bones. Those savage ass nigga.
Hey, chill out with that neck bones. Hey, leave
not
my neck bones
ours.
alone now. Let me mute up.
I'm just joking.
The ghettos and hoods are not ours.
They
That's what was
now.
given to us.
That's how reality right now.
But why can't we go have our own? Why can't we have our own communities? Why can't we have our communities that we move to?
Henny, that girl Henny. That girl Henny, you know what? We can, right? But I think we all missing one big contributing factor. And you tell me what you think about this. You a woman, right? You have any children?
I have 4 children.
4 children. So I think you can relate to this very well. I think what's missing in the Black community that can help us, man, we need more fathers stepping up to be fathers and to take these Black women out of survival mode. There's so many Black women in survival mode right now with these damn kids, and these kids need so much father figure type influences in their life. And that's the reason why a lot of these young niggas out here wild, because they grow up with them abandonment issues. You talking to a nigga who daddy was never around. My mama got 4 kids, 3 different baby daddies, but 2 of my sisters got the same daddy, and this nigga coming to get them every motherfucking weekend, and my daddy ain't coming to get me. I'm feeling abandoned, so I'm acting out of anger. So I really believe that father presence in a motherfucker like this co-parenting that we need in the Black community, niggas need to step up. But what I see is a lot of niggas is gay, down low, emotional, niggas punks, everybody worried about who the bitch fucking and all the goofy shit. Like, man, I'm a great co-parent. My daughter right with me right now, 12 years old. I can bring her on camera right now. My daughter been with me 2 years. She live with me, stay with me, because I feel like she needs me. At 12 years old, she's a teenager. She needs to know what's going on. She need her daddy to keep it real with her. That presence. It got so bad with my daughter when she was with me a month on, month off, the teachers can tell when she wasn't with me. They like, you ain't with your daddy this month, is you? You know why? Because when she with me, it's a whole different person. And I feel like the Black father inside the households or just co-parenting with the punk bitch. Even if you talking to a nigga that went to court for 2-3 years when I got out. I'm talking about I had a guardian like
you get the co-parent, my nigga. You one of the few that get to co-parent.
Facts.
Bro, but no. Hear me out though. Hold on, wait. Before you say something, Henny, I went to them courts and I fought. I ain't had no money, no nothing. I had a guardian like them. They told me how to fill out the paperwork. I fought for 2 years and got my joint placement, my nigga. I didn't have no good relationship with the mother of my children. They hoes put me through hell. They was on Facebook bashing me. They put me through everything they put a street nigga through. But I went down to them courts and it took me 2 years. I fought. I ain't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather fight for 2 years for my kids to be with them for the rest of their life than to sit around this motherfucker say, man, that bitch acting funny, or I'll make another one. Because one thing about the Black community, niggas always saying, I'll make another one.
See, there's 2 things. 1, that's one way to be active in your kid's life. 2, I had a similar, well, not similar. Me and my children, my oldest children's father, when we separated, we couldn't stand each other. But at some point, we sat down and had a conversation, because I said to him, we got a long road to go with these kids. They're going to need the both of us. And I don't believe in cutting the father. I don't believe.
That's because you and your baby daddy are civil people, bro. You know how many motherfuckers don't.
But you gotta be civil. That's you got to be civil.
You know what? Talk about the women who aren't.
Let me tell you why that worked.
That's not
because
the
conversation went like this. It don't matter what you and I went through. Them kids ain't got nothing to do with it.
Henny, you talking from a good Black woman perspective.
You know what? I'm gonna shut up because
Henny, I don't think nobody's Henny.
Henny,
nobody is coming at you. You're one of the oxymorons of the exceptional.
Hey, Bless, hold the phone. Henny, what the fuck is you talking about? You know, and I know, nigga, you from New York and you from Florida. The majority of Black women and Black men and the relationships between Black men and Black women, that shit doesn't look like what you and your
y'all motherfuckers is bitter and y'all won't do the work. Y'all won't work.
Henny, that's not true.
Motherfuckers that is out there, they won't do the work.
Henny, I pay for everything and still got to deal with her anger, Henny. And I still take care of her.
Why is she angry? Have you figured that out?
Henny, she is a problematic person. I'm the fit parent. and I still give her what she needs, Henny.
With her.
Hold on, hold on. Hey, listen.
That out?
Hold on, wait.
That's my mistake for not courting and vexing my woman the right
it's
way.
It's not a mistake because you have children there. That's not a mistake.
My kids are not a mistake, but she as the mother is a mistake, and it is my fault, Henny. I'm taking accountability.
Hold on, bless one. Listen, bro. Listen, because we're getting off the beaten path. You have black men and black women who were never fit to have children to begin with.
Right.
They are damaged psychologically, morally, and spiritually to begin with, but that doesn't stop them from having kids. There is no litmus test that somebody has to take. There's no qualifying activity or qualifying level of education or qualifying financial status or qualifying spirituality that a human being has to take to produce a child. So I thought the question was, what do we, because we were speaking about self-policing ourselves and governing what happens inside our communities. And I thought the question was that you asked, Henny, was, well, what are we going to do with the people who don't want to play ball?
That wasn't my question.
I think it was Blessed Ones or who
that wasn't my question.
Yeah, it was me, dog.
My
Yeah,
answer was
me,
to
dog.
leave them behind.
Oh,
that was my answer.
But you can't just leave them behind. They're always going to be a problem.
How do you leave somebody behind? See, we're not talking about. So listen, you're confusing what I said about me moving out the community, which is what the fuck I did, right?
No.
So listen. And I'm not. And listen. So if I were to stay in Detroit, if I were to stay before I even left Detroit and get property out of state, I left Detroit and went to the suburbs, right? So the question is, if we're talking about cleaning up our communities and starting to self-govern ourselves and self-police ourselves, right? What do we do with the people who don't want to see change occur for whatever reason? It can be because they're just too stupid and ignorant to understand what change could mean for the whole, for the collective, or it could be because they are profiting in that filth and muck and mire of the hood, so they don't want to leave it because they're earning a living in that shit. What do we do in our communities? Let's say I go back to Detroit right now. And I say I'm trying to effectuate change. What do I do with the people who refuse to comply with the change that the majority of people are trying to usher in? What do we do with them niggas? They are a threat to us.
They gotta go. I can't lie. I'm a military dude. I'm a militant. They gotta go.
If you ain't gonna kill him, you gotta be a hoe ass nigga and call the police.
So listen, you just said call the police.
You're not lying though. I hate to admit that.
Hold on. Listen, calling the police, who we are saying, listen to what you're saying, brother.
No. I know exactly what I'm saying, but
they
it's
should
only
meet
one
the
or
devil.
two ways.
No.
You gotta call the evil.
No. That's not what I'm saying. We're going to call the police, who we already distrust, who we already look at as the enemy. We're going to call, once they know what we're doing, do you think the police, who we are saying is our open enemy, they're on the front line of trying to destroy us? Do you think once the police realize what it is we trying to do you think they're going to help us?
No, he just means let them get rid of do the dirty work.
We got to use what we got until they realize.
So we
you
can
cross
use
the
them.
bridge when you get
kill
there.
some, call police on other ones.
I ain't calling no cops face. I ain't say I'm calling no goddamn cops.
If you a liberator, you ain't thinking like. Listen, if you a liberator of your own environment, you have to think more about your own environment than the individual scum bucket ass niggas who live in that environment. Once you become a true liberator, we don't give a fuck about the niggas who are moving against progress.
Right.
The people who are moving against progress are our enemies, just like we saying the white man is our enemy. So whatever happens to them, happens to them.
That's why I said leave them behind.
I agree with that part.
How do you leave them behind? My question to you, Henny, is
you just answered it. How you leave them behind?
Yeah,
if they're not with the progress, they are now an enemy. So that means they are on the outskirts now. They are not one of us now.
So
they could be a black brother, a black sister, but you over there.
What we do with them?
What do you mean you leave them there?
Oh no,
how do you kick them out the function?
Oh no, you can't,
because we move from the function.
No, we're not moving. We're staying in our community. We're not moving anywhere. We're staying there.
You gotta get them out the community.
You got to drive them out.
How? What we gonna drive them to?
You know what we gotta do.
You gotta be violent.
What you mean? You gotta get militant and get them out the neighborhood. You got to
God.
go. You don't have to kill them, but you got to get them up out of there.
Your service are no longer needed.
Okay, so you willing to die for this? You willing to die for this? You willing to go to jail for this?
You gotta be.
Okay.
Ain't no way else.
So if that's how you're willing, if that's how you're willing to go, then that's how you got to do it.
Listen, here's my point.
If you don't want to leave them, then that's what you do.
Hey, listen, let me tell you something, right? Let me aid and assist you with this.
I don't need aid and assist. I understand very well what you're saying.
Listen, let me help you. There ain't no such thing as change without consequence. Because you have the majority of people, I dare say, let me not label and just blanket this shit. Right? What percentage of black people who live in the ghetto from coast to coast do you think are happy or at the very least too stupid to even understand what change would mean for them? What percentage of black people who live in urban environments are going to resist that change? And then what do you do with the ones who don't want to acquiesce to change? Do we call the police on them? Do we kill them? What do we do with them?
It's hard.
Drive them out.
And they not going without a fight, Henny.
So then you gotta fight and get them. You hear me? Okay, wait a minute, hold on. They got drums. Okay, but y'all forget that we have a right to bear arms as well. We have a right to protect ourselves. Do you know that we can go ahead and we can get them up out of there? You don't want to be here. You're not going to be here.
We're driving them to.
Who's gonna take care of your kids after you get arrested? That's why I don't be doing the moves I want to do, because it's like if I fall, I'm cool if I fall in battle, but what force we have to take care of my family? That's the only fear I have.
Here's my question. Henny said, drive them out. So we're talking about being in our communities and trying to effectuate a change for the better. I'm
trying to understand how we're still in the communities when you was talking about leaving them. But if we're in the communities, then yes, you got to get them out by force. There's no other way around that.
Okay. So I just said, and you said no. I just said that we are conflating what I said about moving out. Moving out doesn't mean I have to do anything with what I left behind. Whatever happens.
But I said where we're moving out to. That's what I was talking about when I said we need our own spaces to move to, so we're not moving in their communities.
So we leaving the ghetto. We leaving the ghetto.
If you talking about leaving, then yeah, where we going to? That was my original question to you.
No. Hey, listen.
Are we going to their neighborhoods where now we face a whole nother safety issue?
That's not what I said. I said our communities. How do we create change in our communities? You mixing up me saying I moved out of the community because it was the safest thing for me to do for myself and my kids. When I started to get some money, I took my motherfucking kids and got the fuck on because my kids are now a target. So my question is, if I go back to the hood, right? And I say, okay, the focus now is trying to clean up the neighborhoods that I come from. We have to learn how to self-govern ourselves. There's no thing as a successful piece of society when you have people who don't know how to self-govern themselves, don't know how to police their own neighborhoods. When I say police, I mean like actual police. There's no connectivity between us, right? The first thing we have to do is educate people into the understanding that what is about to happen is for the betterment of us all. If you don't want to, like if we're in an apocalyptic situation, right? I be watching them apocalyptic movies and shit, right? If there's an alien force that comes to this planet and invades this motherfucker, and we're fighting the alien force, there's gonna be some niggas who gonna jump on the side of the aliens because there's some coward bitch ass niggas and they don't want to die. So we fighting against ourselves, and then we fighting against people who fighting against the ignorant people is more of a complication than fighting against people who don't want to see change happen. The ignorant people are in the fucking way.
But I can guarantee you that majority of those people who are out there don't have opportunity or have hope. And if you give people something, you're going to start weeding out the ones who really don't want to change versus the ones who are in there because of situations. You got a lot of people with felons on their records that can't get a door open nowhere. So if we start having a plan, listen, this is what we're doing, this is how we're moving, and you start opening doors for people, that's how you start weeding out who does and does not want change and who is the ignorant part of the party that doesn't want to be a part of it.
I have a question for you. So are we saying that in the world that we live in now as Black people, that we don't have access to education and we don't have access to tools that will allow us to change ourselves and then thus change our immediate environment? Are we saying that?
We don't have plenty of tools to change ourselves, but you know what we also lack, no matter what, unless somebody shows you how to do it or opens a door, directs you that way. You know what a lot of our people don't think about? Financial literacy.
Henny.
What am I saying?
Henny,
what am
I think you hit the
that's
nail.
so wrong?
Hold on, Face. Henny, I think
what
you
everything I'm saying tonight,
No, I'm actually agreeing.
Are we battling tonight, Dawgface? Is that what we doing? We battling
Face. One of the reasons she said does work, because on YouTube, people call it like I'm either the corny nigga or too hood based on who my family is, which that's why I don't judge too much bangers and members. And I got looked at a certain way, but she's right. Opportunity though, because on YouTube, I don't really talk to nobody. And y'all get to see, people probably don't see my personality like this, like, oh, Blessed One plays well with others because Dawgface hit me up. Hey, I got this show I'm doing. So now my mind trying to be a team player. Most niggas didn't grow up being team players. So I can agree with Henny on that. If you talk to them and you give a dude an opportunity to eat or at least to build with a dude, he don't really look at you as an enemy no more. Like, I don't know y'all, but if another person hit me up to say something about Face or anybody on the panel, I'm gonna now look at them in a weird way because I don't want to know about y'all past. We meeting here right now, so opportunity does change. It does help because now I'm part of this team. Now I gotta matter. Now I gotta do my part.
I agree with both of y'all. Watch this. Listen, if you think the road to liberation is as simple as the people who are enlightened doing the enlightened thing, and then we start to, if you think that road is that simple, that's an insult to everybody who has tried this shit before us. If you think the road to enlightenment and the road to riches and the road to self-preservation and the road to self-governance
is opportunity,
is that, then what the fuck was all them niggas doing before we came who had this same ideology? What the fuck was they doing that didn't work? Are we smarter than them? I'm telling you that a revolution is going to be ugly. A revolution against white people and white oppression is going to be ugly. A genuine revolution, right? It's going to be ugly. I'm telling you what's going to be even uglier is the revolution that we have amongst our own selves because niggas have been programmed and conditioned to hate each other worse than the white man hates us. We're our own biggest enemies right now, whether we like it or not. When you walk outside, you ain't worried about no hunky walking up down the street. You worry about a nigga who look just like you when you clutch your motherfucking purse. And I know you a gun-toting ass, angry black one. But when you walk outside, Henny, you ain't worried about what no hunky say to you, do you? At most, somebody might say some racist shit and you cuss their ass out, but that's it. You wish a white bitch would, so you can strangle her bitch ass down to the ground.
We do walk out with our wish you would attitude.
When I walk outside, I'm not worried about nobody white, even though I know the threat of white people does exist all over this planet. When I walk outside, I am more apprehensive when I get into environments where there's more people who look like me. So my question to you is, the revolution that has to happen inside the black community is going to be a bloody motherfucking thing, Henny, because niggas don't want to change. They're too, not all, but a lot of niggas they don't know what they don't know. They don't even understand.
Only gonna fall in line. People only gonna fall in line off fear.
Yeah.
We gonna have to spank ass, Henny.
How you think that's gonna be? What outcome that's gonna be, Dawgface? We all lose
We all listen.
because somebody got to win.
Listen, there has to be attrition. Somebody has said this before. There has to be some attrition before we can make progress. Somebody got to go.
On God.
Because these niggas are not going to allow us as a unit to move forward. They ain't gonna let us.
So what is so different from force them out?
Because you have to physically
what
do it.
What is so different from weed them out?
Okay, what does weed them out mean? What does that mean?
Because if you're agreeing that not all are doomed, not all don't want change, then that is to say that some, not all, some are circumstantially in their situations. So if those are willing to change, then the remaining factors, what? Do they get left behind or forced out?
What would you do to force them out?
I've already said that. I'm not going to keep repeating myself
Well,
up here with y'all.
Did you say what I said?
You basically sound like, to me, it sounds to me like you saying the same thing, just saying it differently.
No, what I'm saying is, do you agree with my motherfucking solution?
I think y'all saying the same thing.
I'm not agreeing with shit with you tonight. Look, somebody said I plead the fifth on that one. Thank you, Latrina.
No, listen, we're in the war room right now. We're in the Black Pentagon.
We basically are saying the same thing, but we're just saying it differently.
And listen, when Donald Trump walks into the Pentagon, right? When he walks into that motherfucking room with that key, do you think he minces words? He don't mince no motherfucking words. Before they launched that attack against Iran, they ain't minced no. Well, we don't say nothing because they might not like what we got to say. No, some of these niggas gonna have to get their motherfucking issue. In our communities, the biggest threat to our survival, the biggest threat to self-governance, the biggest threat to our safety and well-being in our communities, those threats look just like me and you.
I agree with you.
White people, and listen, we don't even need no Ku Klux Klan no more. We don't even need the Aryan Nation. We don't need white racist people from Texas.
Let me say this to you, Dawgface, because you're right. I do fear my own people. But you know what? Where I live right now.
You have threatened me.
You ain't scared of me. You're not scared of me. You're not scared of me.
I'm a scary sort.
I'm not scared of you.
Hey, Henny, can I say something though? You know why I ain't scared. I don't think about white people. I barely even think about the police when I walk outside. Black people have become the new KKK, boss. They just don't have on white hoodies. Black people are the new KKK. We are hanging niggas in the court of public opinion. Do you understand how the propaganda, how they play these games? They put these stories out here about our idols. Like, even though I may not agree with half of the shit Diddy did, but the man was not on trial for beating Cassidy. The man was on trial for being a fucking freak. But guess what? We so mad at Diddy for all the things we think he got away with, from Tupac murder to what he did to Craig Mack, the shit May said he did, all this shit that he posted and got away with, right? So we want him convicted so bad, and a white man, the enemy, as they say, played on that. Because right now, what I learned about media too is that, man, these people, a motherfucker could take a nigga could take $100,000 right now and make Dawgface look like the realest nigga on earth, and he probably is, right? And they could take another 100,000 and make Too Real look like the scum of the nigga on earth. You know why? Because they're gonna pay the shade room, they're gonna pay the neighborhood, they're gonna pay Say Cheese to create a paid campaign against people. And we sit up here and listen. I done been in prison with motherfucking white people that these motherfuckers sick. They done fucked on a 4-year-old, 2-year-old. The auntie coming to visit, the mama coming to visit, the grandma coming to visit. We are the only race of people that when they put some bullshit out about our people, we don't even care to research the truth. And my granddad used to tell me shit when I was young, and I never understood it until I got older. He said, grandson, a lie will make it halfway around the world for the truth put his pants on. Once the game changed to the first person to put the information out, That's when black people, because the 80% of this internet is emotional people who have low intellect, low education, learning disabilities, educational disabilities, behavior problems. Their brain is being controlled. That's why I tell people to watch this movie on Netflix, this documentary called Social Dilemma. It will teach you a lot of shit about this internet and the propaganda that's getting spread. So what I'll be telling people is black people is the new KKK. We over here convicting motherfuckers and we uplifting motherfuckers as quick as we can. Lift the motherfucker up, we'll tear him right down because we hate ourselves so much. Kanye had that famous line. They made us hate ourselves and love their wealth. That's why Shorty asked him where the ball is at, drug dealer by Jordan, and a white man get paid off all of that. That shit was symbolic to how we feel. He said, I bought a Benz before I bought a house. They say Mercedes-Benz sell more Benzes to black people, and the car wasn't even made for niggas. So it's like, I don't understand why people ain't paying attention to it's us versus us. It ain't nobody else versus us. It's just us versus us. That's just my opinion.
Too
I
real. They're not
understand
gonna
that.
apologize to you when they get the propaganda they spread about you wrong. Like when the truth comes out, that same media would never come and be like, my bad, Too Real. We put the wrong information out. They got their money already, and the narrative that the fake one is all
And
that
this,
matters.
listen,
So
that's
you
the
free
reason why I'm one of them niggas that I wanna ask y'all this, because I think y'all some very smart educational people. Why in all these years that laws been getting passed, why is it not a law that if a woman is found to be perjury, lying on a man, saying he raped her or do anything for the sake of financial gain, destroying him, why is it not a mandatory minimum that she can go do in prison? Because I
5
feel
years.
like once somebody puts something on your name, it doesn't come off, and these bitches can remain Jane Doe. Nobody knows where they at, how they living. Even the Stephon Diggs case, that shit blew my mind. How she literally on camera dancing, thinking she finna get a
Listen, you
payday.
could be found innocent. Once certain things put on your name, even after the innocent
It's
Can't
verdict,
take it
never
it's
comes
never
off.
coming
So
off.
I'm
forever.
like, it's just a lot of shit that makes me question the agendas that they have against us. But now they sit back and laugh like, oh, these niggas got an agenda against themselves.
Okay, so
So
watch this.
So
Perfect time.
for
Go ahead, Henny.
that, I do believe that there should be a mandatory minimum, because when a woman comes out and lies and put accusations on a man, yes, it tarnishes his reputation, but at the same time, it makes it harder for those people who actually that have been violated to come out and be believed. That's why we're in the climate that we're in now, where every time a woman says, I've been raped, I've been violated, the first thing is men don't believe her and women do. So that's why the climate is what it is. But to go back to what you said, Diddy was guilty. I sat in that trial.
She was
So
there.
you can't tell me.
I never
You
said
can't
he
tell
wasn't
me. No,
guilty.
no, 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 no. Listen. You can't tell me that, even though I agree with you, because I watched how the media spun everything, how they hid some things and twisted. I sat in that trial every day for hours watching, looking at evidence. And the evidence did come out that he did do, but he did do what they accused him of. However, the jury didn't bring it back. And I feel like for us, we need more people in this space, especially in this YouTube space, that are going to give the facts and not spin it because it's the popular opinion, not spin it because that's their favorite rapper or entertainer or whatever. We need to be observing what's going on in these court cases, because one of the things that I did do with that trial was watch how the government was trying to build that case off of things that we had never seen a RICO be built off of before. So I gave blow by, hey, this is how they're building this case off of this. And if they do this, then that means everybody that get flued out, y'all gonna be in trouble. If this does this, then I was out there because this is what I was seeing becoming this. That we need to pay attention to a lot of things, and we need to hold content creators, because this is where we're going to get the real news at. The people who click the live button and go on YouTube and are boots on the ground following all of these news reports, because that's how we're going to get honest journalism out here. We have a responsibility, all of us up here on this panel right now that have platforms. We have a responsibility. Our responsibility is to bring truth with integrity, to bring receipts, to have intelligent conversations, and to make people think. So we got to start being a change.
No, listen, and me personally, I just use Diddy as an example, but I just feel like the nigga had a freako, not a Rico. You know what I'm saying? You can't convict a nigga for being a freak. That's just my opinion, regardless of what the
No,
facts
you
was.
can convict
It's
any nigga
like you
putting
try to put
cum
a
on
nigga
a
in jail
nigga.
for
Yes,
wanting
you
to fuck
can.
another, watch his bitch
Crazy.
get fucked by another nigga and all that. But
Man.
anyways, my point is, black people, we are our worst enemy, my nigga. I swear to God, we will. This what I hate about, I not hate. My mama always told me this, don't say hate. So I strongly dislike that we'll be in the hood posted, right? We'll see a little white dude with a tie riding down a block and he's circling. We may think he police, but he raised his window down and said, "Hey, I'm looking for 917 Main Street." And we like, "Oh man, just go to the corner, make a right, go up 10 blocks, and it'll be right there on your right side." We just gave a stranger direction. But you see your brother in this space trying to do something, elevate, right? And know he on the right path, but you don't want to give a nigga direction. Like a lot of people see good black people running in circles and they know, damn, if he just go this way, he good. Now you do got some people that's not receptive to information, but that ain't all people. Because people, what the problem we all have is projection from our past experiences. We try to project every motherfucking thing that we've been through and put everybody in this box. And that shit is unfair. That's why I feel like healing and therapy, whoever the fuck you believe in, prayer, meditation, all that shit is important for the black community because the trauma levels of the mind is so fucked up right now. We don't trust nobody. We don't believe in nobody. We got this finesse or be finesse mindset. Let me fuck this bitch over before she fuck me. Let me get what I can get up out this nigga before he can get it out of me. It's all about selfishness and there's no togetherness and there's no structure in the black community.
We used to laugh at the finesse, and now they laugh at the one who got finessed. This crazy world now.
Can y'all hear me?
We gotta get rid of that stigma
Hey,
in our
Dawgface, where the
community.
little, what that little
Don
shit at, man?
DeMarco.
It's the bar.
You big dummy.
Hey, I honestly thought about that because of you two, real. I'm finally smoked. I said I wasn't, and I'm like, damn, brother was like, you said a whole lot.
Hey,
I
listen,
love us, but you ain't lying. It's us.
one. When it comes to black people, this is our theme song.
You big dummy. You big dummy. You big dummy. You big
That's like
dummy. You big dummy. See what you did? Oh no, you big dummy.
like I'm gonna be honest with you. You got people that they need help, and some people don't know how to help them. I understand that, but I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's so many people that I seen in my city just doing something in the space they was in that I had expertise in, and I just reached out and said, "Hey, bro, what's your number?" They be shocked that I DM and I'll call them and I'll be like, "Hey, I'm finna send you something. I want you to look at this, read this. Hey, this is what you should do. Download this app to elevate what you got going on, and don't even tell nobody I even helped you. Because at the end of the day, God see what you're doing. If you believe in anything, you don't do blessings to get blessings from that same person. The blessing be, my blessing can be this. I stayed on this live for 2 hours. I was only planning on to stay an hour. So if I got off right away at that hour, went out my door, turned the corner, it was an accident right there. That could have been me.
I'll be saying
Or I ran out, rushed out the house, turned the corner. It was a motherfucking somebody getting pulled over. That was me. Blessings is not materials. It's another day on earth. It's another opportunity. People don't understand what blessings is. They just think, oh, this person blessed me, I gotta bless them back, or this person did this. No, boss. Do your deeds and keep going. Don't look from the blessing from the same person. The problem is you got people that don't want to accept nothing from people because they projected what they've been through, which is people did shit for you, threw it in your motherfucking face, just like a bitch gave a nigga some money, a nigga that looked out for you, then threw it in your face, and now you don't want to accept nothing from nobody, and you don't know how to have the gift of discernment. Is this person trying to help me because they want to help me, or is this person trying to help me because they got an agenda? Well, 90% of the time, motherfuckers got an agenda, but still, your agenda could be good for you, nigga. I want to see you do good, because guess what? When you get to where you going, we don't count favors, but have me like I got you, boss. Right. You know, man, all this I did it on my own shit. Man, I didn't watch this nigga Dawgface say, he just said, this nigga came together and said, we gonna make sure these niggas can't blackball this nigga and give him a chance, right? So he gave them they flowers, right? The problem is everybody trying to act like they did it by themselves. My nigga, you ain't do this shit by yourself, boss. You need help. You need help. Cause listen, me, I'm mentally fatigued. I'm exhausted, nigga. I'm doing everything. I'm editing my videos. I'm editing my
Hell yeah.
podcasts. I'm responding to DMs. Even I can't do all this motherfucking shit. I try to hire them AI motherfuckers from Fiverr. I done did everything. I done paid niggas to help me. That shit didn't work, but I won't quit because tomorrow might be the day you win, boss. Yeah, I should have been had a breakthrough, but I ain't tripping because God said it wasn't your time yet, nigga. My time
But you
gonna
know,
come. So that's
You
the
said
problem with us.
blessing.
We gotta think like that. And I think we'll be better as a collective. Like I love my black people. I swear to God, I love
Nah,
us. But at the
you
same
preaching
time, I'm a
truth though.
Pisces, so I'm an emotional nigga. I'm very passionate about what I believe in. I
I'm
ain't
a
gonna lie, I'm an
Cancer.
emotional nigga, my nigga. You say something to me, I take it to heart.
Nigga,
I
I'm a
take shit to
Cancer. I
heart.
feel it.
But I always can stand to be corrected. I'm not no nigga that's finna act like I know everything. If a nigga put some information in front of me and correct me, my nigga, because I don't like the word check no more. I say correct me. As black men, we gotta
Correction.
learn how to correct each other, not check each other.
So watch
well,
You
I
this.
said
salute
blessing. You said
everybody.
blessings. Dawgface was my bro. I wanted to quit YouTube, bro. Being shadow banned, sticking up for black folks, you losing channels. Homie hit me up and I was like, oh, okay. I'm not used to that, bro. I'm used to dudes like you said, we did it on our own. Niggas don't want to play teamwork, none of that. And he hit me up. I just had that conversation with him. I said, I don't be trusting people, bro. I don't like phone calls sometimes. And I'm just getting over it. I'm not used to this right here. It looked like it because I'm a talking ass nigga. But I told Face that behind the scene. That's why I'm glad you saying this right now, because I just told him that. Like, it's something about you to make me even not only pick up the phone, I don't even know who Henny is, but I'm like, yeah, man, I'm gonna come through just off admiring what he talks about. So
So
it's like,
listen,
dog, look out.
I don't know Dawgface well though, but I can tell you one thing that you better remember this shit, DJ, when I tell you this. 90% of the time when a nigga reach out to you, boss, they buzz and whatever they was doing then died down. Dawgface reached out to you, my
He
nigga,
got
while
motion.
he's on fire. Niggas don't
I
do
told him,
that. They
right.
don't reach out to niggas when they hot.
No,
Niggas will wait till
they don't.
they get cold and try to really
Man.
piggyback off you because you the new face going up. And this nigga fucking with you while he on fire, that doesn't happen
Nigga,
all
he
the time,
humbled me.
boss.
He humbled me. I
It
don't
don't
say that to
happen with
people.
niggas, man. I'm on this is
Nah.
my time, nigga. This is my camera time. And I'm finna invite you into my
Right.
motherfucking picture, nigga. That's like a nigga in the club see you. Hey, bro, come hop in this picture, my nigga.
I
He
told
the
that
hottest
nigga
thing
my
in the
views
motherfucking
low. He
world,
said it
but
don't
he want
even
to put you
matter.
in his picture.
Yeah, he
That's how I
different.
look at it. I'm telling you, boss. I pay attention to that shit. When
Well,
a
I'm gonna
nigga on
say
fire
this.
and a nigga put you in the spotlight, that's how you know that shit real. That's when you can trust it,
Go
nigga.
ahead, Henny. I got breaking news, though. Go ahead, Henny.
I just wanted to say, I salute anybody that reaches out and they don't charge you an arm and a leg, because that's another problem that seems to be, you have the key to something and then everybody wants to put a dollar sign on it. So anybody that is, everybody, I don't care who you are, that is giving out free game to people just because, I feel like you the real one. You the realest one in the room, because game is supposed to be taught. It's supposed to be told and never sold.
Right.
So when you putting somebody on and they actually break through and they giving you your flowers, that means that you've done a good deed. And we don't do enough of that. You know what I'm saying? So I salute everybody. And yes, I salute Dawgface big time, because I was ready to give up on my YouTube. And anytime I start having some issues, here he come with, let's go live. I don't know if he be seeing I ain't been live in a minute or what, but he got me on my toes right now. And I'm grateful for that. You know what I'm saying? And you're right.
Amen.
People don't do that when they on fire. They don't give people platforms. They don't share
Hell
their
no.
opportunities. They don't open doors for you. You know what I'm saying? This is all me, my eye. So I'm grateful for the opportunities that he's given me. I'm grateful for the
So
opportunities
you
of
understand what I'm saying,
people,
right?
period.
So
Yeah,
Henny, you understand what I'm saying, right, Henny? You get it? You get what I'm
I
saying?
get,
Okay,
yeah.
okay. Say look.
So watch
Hey,
this.
hey, Dawgface said he has some breaking news though, man. What's the
News.
breaking news?
So breaking news is Charleston White.
Oh, Lord.
Here it go right here.
Hello, Anthony K. I ain't put no goddamn money toward that boy. His daddy too goddamn weak for me.
What?
I don't like a weak nigga. His dad ain't willing to die, kill, or go to jail for nothing. That nigga just want some bills paid. Karmelo, my heart go out to you if you ever see this video one day. Nigga, I'd rather stand with the Jeff Metcalf nigga than I would with Karmelo's daddy. Nigga is weak, dark side and conservative. I ain't standing with no weak ass black man, nigga. I'm off the case. I'm sending the money back. Go get them weak ass nigga Benjamin Trump here. I'm out. I'm off.
That's
I knew
crazy.
that was coming.
Damn, he shocked me. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
We
I
just
thought he was
Shocked you?
defending. Yeah, I know I know what he be doing, Henny. I'm on it.
Jeff Metcalf called him out. You think he wasn't
Yeah, I
gonna
seen that.
fold?
I don't know, man. Listen, I don't know if y'all
I'm
want to go
shocked.
first, but hey,
Nah, go
that,
first too, real. I'm just the
that,
Dawgface just dropped the bomb. The nigga was
listen,
just saying he gonna help the appeal yesterday.
I
That's
don't
why I
see.
ain't big him up.
See, my thing is this, boss. I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm gonna have to let y'all speak, dog, because my mind is everywhere
Nah,
with this
go
shit.
ahead too, real. Hey,
So
take your
look,
time. My
this, this,
mind's
this,
on.
this, this, this all I feel, right? I ain't gonna lie. When I knew I was gonna get on here, bro, I really, man, I sit down for at least like an hour and I was just reading through the facts and trying to sort through out the real shit. Man, I can't lie to y'all, dog. My heart go out to Karmelo Anthony, but I ain't gonna lie, bro. Man, fuck dude, daddy and his mama, bro. Fuck dude, bro. And I'm gonna tell you why. 695K, my nigga. That shit went on a house, a car, and you let your
Wow.
son walk in that motherfucking courtroom with a public motherfucking pretender, my nigga. And what y'all don't understand about this
You was talking
trial,
about
that I,
no.
no,
What?
he ain't had no paid lawyer. He didn't have a paid attorney. I did the research. I looked. No paid attorney was 700,000.
You
Now on
don't love
top of
your
that,
child.
hold on top of that, when they called a character witness, instead of calling his teacher or coach, they called his mother, which will
Damn.
discredit you out the gate. Now, remind you, when he lost his trial, he filed for appeal under indigent. I don't know if y'all know what indigent means. That means I have no money. And in that case, with the GoFundMe and all that shit, it might be a long fucking time for he ever even get back in a court system because he filed the appeal right away under indigent, meaning he has no money. How this man 700,000? He could have got that motherfucker that YFN Lucci had, Young Thug had. He could have got a good attorney, but the parents allegedly they said the parents put money on this nice house in the suburbs, bought $125,000
No.
vehicle with the 700,000. Not a new gun, the new GoFundMe. Allegedly, all the funds supposed to be going to the attorneys now instead of to the family. Now by Charleston White saying they just want a payday, that do go coincide with the information that I got with the current 700,000 they had, and let their son walk into a trial with a public
They didn't
Is
pretender
get
it
on.
that.
confirmed
They
they
didn't
Hold
used
get
the
on,
that
money
because
on
the
the
money.
house?
lawyer, hold on.
They
That
didn't get
lawyer
that
was
money.
not a public defender. He worked in the public defender's office, but then
That's
he
a
did
public
go and
defender.
hold on. He opened his own law practice.
He
So he was
wasn't
a
paid though.
lawyer.
Was he paid by the family?
Listen, that
Henny was
money.
no. The
Listen,
question is, was he paid by the family?
he
Pro
was paid
bono,
from the
huh?
GoFundMe. The lawyer
He could
had to
have.
get the GoFundMe money. They wouldn't give it to
I
the family.
actually have the statement from the cash go give whatever it is, and they did say that the family did get paid out and it did go towards the family having to relocate because they said that they were being threatened. It did go towards his legal team, but I don't know what happened with this legal team because in all actuality
They
they
felt that
had a
man.
black attorney in the beginning, and then Dominique Alexander convinced them to go with Mike Howard. That's how that went. So they changed attorneys because Dominique told them that it would look better for them to have a white lawyer versus a black lawyer going into court. So all of the technicalities and all of that, I don't know. But what I do
He
know is at the time when he
Yeah,
walked
the
in the
dad
room as
regrets
a
that.
trial, he was a defense attorney from his own trial practice. So he did start out in the public defender's office, but he was not a public defender when he went in the courtroom. Now, what Carmelo
he
Anthony has for his appeal at this moment is a public defender on his appeal. So this
Maybe you
case
should
who
is
have known.
just
ran the
all
whole play
kinds
was
of.
Dominique.
That's because
Dominique ran the whole
he
play.
filed the appeal under indigent, meaning he
Yeah.
has no money. When you file an appeal under indigent money, I didn't listen, bro. I did beat
So
cases, lost
look.
cases. I spent a lot
Hold
of my time in jail, so I know when it comes to indigent, that means you letting the state know that you have no money, and
Mm-hmm.
it, and assigning an attorney to you
That's crazy.
on an appeal would take twice as longer if it was a paid attorney on an appeal. Now I don't know how the motions go
See
because
that?
Texas got their own laws and shit, but Now,
But
it was
those funding
alleged.
money
I don't
was
know how true this
frozen
is
though.
because it's a whole bunch of false information out here. I seen some today where they said Boosie donated $500,000 and this person donated. I don't know how true
Hell
that is.
nah.
But it's a blog. I seen it. I had screenshotted it and put it in my phone where they
It's
said
what you said
Boosie.
earlier too, real. These blogs be cat.
Yeah,
Hell
they said,
no.
yeah, Boosie
I'm
donated
trying
a
to.
$500,000.
You
I
see
To,
how
donated
trying
hard
to.
Boosie be
$50. I ain't
hustling?
gonna
You
lie.
I
think
don't
that nigga giving up $500,000 for anything?
I don't believe that either.
So I'm trying to find the statement that they gave because no, the family did not get all of the money from
It
them,
got
but they were
froze.
paid out in increments. The crowd sharing fund was closed down at the close of the case, but a payout is going to be made.
But
So
I'm
they
asking you
haven't
this.
received the money from it as of yet,
Yeah.
whatever was
So
What's
left
this
more
in there.
important? What's more important with the increments that they got? From what it was, what was put out there. The neighborhood that they moved into was a highly expensive neighborhood. They could have moved to a
Right.
whole nother state, a small town. My
Right.
son, freedom is more important than me living a lavish life or
I
having a
agree.
he
$150,000
can't
truck.
move in that case.
I
That
That
shit
agree.
case
is more
going
to
on.
me.
He
Is
wasn't
more
gonna be able to
important. I'm
leave
just
there.
saying, if me and you had that was our son, man, me and you would be at odds. If we was together, no, we finna go move to a small. I don't
But
give a
the
fuck. We gotta go
system
move to.
though, the system wasn't gonna let him leave the state, and
No,
he
no,
out
no,
on
no.
bond.
I'm talking about his parents.
Okay, because he out on him being out on bond and them having to relocate is because they was being threatened
Yeah,
and
but you know,
tracked down.
but you know, Texas got a lot of small cities inside of
Right, right,
Texas,
right, right.
very
I'm not saying
small
I'm not
cities.
saying they I'm not saying
But
they
the
I'm not saying they
community,
don't.
I'm saying the community that they moved in was a high price area. Like, you know, it's a whole video on YouTube of where they
Man, they
lived at
moved
and
like
everything.
8 times.
They
Oh, see,
have.
I ain't
They
know that.
moved a lot of
They
times.
moved like
So
eight
now
times.
here's
So
the
listen,
statement.
hold on, Henry. Let me break this down real quick. Most of the money was frozen because the white people, they got their way of doing things. So they reporting, white power. They saying what these people bought, shit they had already 2 years way before this ever even happened. So they saying they bought a new truck. They saying they bought this house. They already had this shit before this money, before they son did whatever, before
Mm.
anything occurred. So that's what made the money get froze. So okay, they using this money for a luxury lifestyle. That's why the money got froze. But they wasn't. All this is old shit.
But let me
But
ask you this:
see, wait, let me read.
as a father and a mother, if you had bought this house before your son did whatever, you wouldn't sell this house to get your son a better attorney. You wouldn't
But
sell that truck.
It gotta
You wouldn't
I
sell.
go.
can
Like, I'm
answer
just
It
saying,
that
gotta
for
go.
you.
how far would you
I
go for
can
your son?
answer
Go
that
ahead,
for
Henny.
you.
Go ahead,
So
Henny.
in this statement, which
This shit
I'm going
gotta
to
go.
post to my page, it says this fundraiser was created to support pretrial needs, and those funds were dispersed over the past year for lawful purposes, including legal defense and family relocation. With that stated, purpose now complete, the fundraiser has been closed and the funds will be paid out. So right there, Give, Send, Go, which is where they had their fundraiser at, is telling you they dispersed over the year to help them with relocation, to help them with the attorneys. So, and this right here is one of those crowd sharing sites that's set up specifically for people who need help in legal matters. So they can't just take the money out and do whatever they want to do with it. It
The
has
lawyer they
to be
got,
accounted for.
the lawyer they got, he had to get the money. They wouldn't let the family get the rest of the money. Things that was getting dispersed out, that got dispersed to the lawyer, which that lawyer came from Dominique.
Mm-hmm.
Dominique is a community activist.
Who
That's
I
his
hear got
lawyer
a
in some
shitty
type of way.
past.
So him going to get the lawyer was
Who
strictly,
got a shitty pass?
we got to
Excuse
get
my.
this
Dominique.
money about this account. So of course they gonna get some. They got to keep relocating, as well as getting help from the community to relocate. What you think Dominique got out the deal
Right.
from what did get pulled out the account? He got most. He got a percentage of it for sure. Him and
Mm-hmm.
that lawyer, because that lawyer is
That's a
a
fact.
paid lawyer, but they got the wrong motherfucking lawyer because it wasn't
That's a
about
fact.
fighting. It was about all that money in the account that they fighting for.
And see, the
Ain't
father
about
said in the
Karmelo, but that
interview,
money, most of that money was froze, and they had to get a lawyer to get it out because the only way they want to pull it out, just like what she's saying about the website is for court shit. So
But
the
let me
lawyer
ask
got to
you.
get it
Let me
out. We
ask you
don't
this:
believe y'all.
Is
Do you
Charleston
think?
White in
Hold
the
on. Let me
right?
ask you this: Do you think a paid attorney wouldn't have fought for black people on the jury? Do you think a paid attorney wouldn't have had better character witness for this boy? Because your mother is gonna get discredited out the gate.
I
The
just think
only
he a bitch
character,
ass lawyer.
the only character witness they had for this young man was his fucking mother.
That's crazy.
But did
It
you
was
That's
hear
never
that the
insane.
lawyer
That was not a
too
good.
originally?
That
real.
was
It was
listen.
Listen,
They had
never
a
the fight for him.
bro. They had
Dominique,
enough celebrity support to get some of the
it was
best
never.
lawyers
It
in the
was
money
never the
can
no,
fight
buy.
they
for him.
didn't.
I'm saying they
Nah, these
had enough
celebrities
support to
don't
No,
get
they
it.
support.
didn't. No, they
Nah, I don't
didn't.
believe that
He
too
got a
real.
lame ass
And
So
lawyer
you
that
mean
wasn't
tell me
ready to fight.
700,000 wasn't enough?
they didn't get the full
No, I
I
agree.
have
You
to
if they
ask
$700,000.
you
got
It
that
about the
just
money, it
now.
is.
All-Star JR situation.
Mm?
So hold on. I want to play something for y'all. You hear me? See, because this is right on time with the conversation that we're having right now. I want to play something for y'all, and I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about it. I have to ask you about the All-Star JR situation. No, that's not it. That's not it.
Free that man, All-Star JR.
The hottest subject now in Black America is all over the news today. The young brother from Texas, I think it was McKinney, Texas. I'm not sure. It was somewhere along the McKinney, Texas area. Karmelo Anthony. He was involved with a stabbing at a high school sporting event. I believe it was in April of 2024 is when the incident took place, where he stabbed. So it's turned into a racial issue because Karmelo, of course, is black, and one of the brothers that he stabbed was white guy. He was what is not up for question is how the whole thing transpired. He was standing under a tent that belonged to the opposite school, and he was approached by two white kids, two white boys, right, who were bigger than him in size and stature, right, older than him, and they told him to get out or get away from or get from up under the tent. That whole thing led to one of the persons, his name was Austin, if I'm not mistaken, being stabbed. What, if anything, what kind of insight can you give us as you sit back and had the opportunity to examine what happened there? Where do you think, not necessarily him, because we're not in his mind, but when it comes from a legal standpoint, one of the things that I was most shocked by is that he didn't take the stand in his own defense. And in a situation like that, I would have thought that you give him an opportunity, since he's fighting for his life, to fight for his life. What is your observation as a now? I know you don't like the Monday morning quarterback other legal professionals, but just cursory.
Let's go with it. Let's go with it. Let's go with it. So what I've been able to, I've watched it a little bit, and over the past couple of days, because we knew the verdict was going to be coming. The trial started, and we knew we were going to have a verdict soon, and it came out today. And what I didn't hear was typically the racial overtones between the kids.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't hear that. And, maybe I need to look at the court records and listen to the testimony more, which could be an element of provocation, right? But what I understood was the two young men, they pushed the kid, and they were, not beat him, mercilessly, but let's take the perspective of where we're at. We're at a sporting event. This is a competitive nature thing. And, you could look at it from the most innocuous or innocent perspective of those kids, the two white kids versus this black kid. And they're like, get off our turf, in a more of a competitive way. I could look at it that way. Now, we think, I have my perceptions of Texas anyway, but nonetheless, this,
me too.
This kid, yeah, exactly. I'm sure we probably don't differ in a lot of ways, but so this kid pushes him, and then I think he went to push him again, and the kid stabs him, and I think in the chest.
Yes.
And so
one time.
Right, one time. And so so the theory in this case is one of self-defense, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're going to do self-defense, how are you going to explain that if the kid does not testify? There's a couple of different things that come from testifying. One, he can tell because one of the jury instructions, and I've done self-defense not only in this state, but in other states and trials. The thing is that it has to be reasonable of what that person was experiencing in that moment. So who best to express what was going on in that moment other than that kid himself? So I just cannot understand how you're going to promote or push a self-defense theory and not place the person who's declaring self-defense on the stand. That's
His dad has said he wanted to take the stand, but the lawyer told him not to.
The lawyer told him not to. That is called ineffective and inassistance of counsel. Right? That tells you, listen, the lawyer came from a public defender office, but he started his own practice. He was inexperienced. He should have never took that case. And they let the Dominique Alexander, the family were misled and they were betrayed by him. The family, sorry, but these niggas don't sound like the smartest motherfuckers to me.
They were very inexperienced, and that's something that the father said. He said we should have been rebellious against what they were advised, and they should have stayed with the lawyer that they had. But that lawyer that they paid for was complacent because he already worked in the district attorney's office, which means he has a relationship with the prosecution and he has relationships with the judge. So, even though people are saying that, the whole thing about the judge and the Metcalfs being friends is fake. Well, it doesn't matter if the Metcalfs were friends or not. When you got the DA, the defense, and the judge who all run in the same circle. And we all know that that public defenders basically work for the prosecution. They don't ever get you off. So
all they want is a deal.
Exactly.
Well, they need that deal.
This is where we're at with it. And they were bamboozled into this. I don't understand how, but you know what? Before I go there, a lot of families who have never been in these types of situations are inexperienced, and a lot of lawyers take advantage of that. And this is a situation where that boy was screwed all the way around the board. And I don't care what nobody says. I don't see murder.
The media, it was good kid versus bad kid. So we needed to hear Karmelo's side. We needed to see your character, even if you think everybody was racist, believe it or not, the human aspect of it, so we can relate to you. There's even white people. I know I can talk a lot about them, but there's white people, no matter how racist they're, at least that mother instinct in them, that father, like, damn, even though I don't like this N-word, fuck, you excuse my friends, educational purpose, YouTube. And it's like that aspect of good versus bad was throughout the entire case. And I didn't find out until after the fact, wow, Karmelo really didn't take the stand. And I'm going for bat for him. And it's like, brother, no matter what sound case you had, how much sound evidence, you never not take the stands in a position like yours. You're a teenager. It's not like you're this criminal out here. Who advised you not to take the stand? Even if, I'm gonna keep it real, even if you was guilty, why not take the stand to at least share your story of whatever was guiltiness for that human aspect part? Because all they looked at you is this monster. And yes, already anyways, but damn, you really look like it. Like, he's cold-hearted. He doesn't even have anything to say about it.
That's how it came across. Hey, bless me. It doesn't take a legal pundit or a political pundit. It doesn't take somebody with a law degree. You don't have to be a paralegal to understand. In cases of self-defense, almost all and every when it goes to trial, right? Self-defense going to trial. Somebody did. Right? In every situation, there is no such thing unless you have said something during your arrest or during your incarceration that can be used to impeach or to harm you in some way. If you don't have statements that you don't want to have come out, because if you broach a particular subject, then the DA or prosecutor can attack you. If you don't have that, you're supposed to listen, because just like he just said, that is Todd Perkins, for those of you who don't know, right?
Okay.
A self-defense case where you have a 17-year-old boy, 18-year-old boy not taking a stand to humanize him, because the media is already turned him into a supervillain. So they hear it from your own mouth. You can humanize yourself to them. It shouldn't have to be that way, but in cases of self-defense, even when it's black on black, you
gotta speak.
You gotta put him up there.
You know what I think though, Dawgface? I'm gonna be real. I think the powers that be, the justice system, they said, you know what? No, it won't be this one. Because if we let this black boy get off on this one, the black people gonna be celebrating, they're gonna be clapping, and it's gonna send a broader message that you can do something to our people and get away with it in self-defense. And that's the message
Self-preservation.
they didn't want to send. I think Karmelo Anthony was used as a reverse message. Like, nope, we're gonna send a message back to y'all because we can't allow. Because right now, it's so many factors in this boy's favor. I pray in the next 7 to 10 years that he can raise enough money to raise enough hell, because he gonna go through hell.
Too real. That
trying
don't
to get
sound
back in
crazy.
court. He's gonna
You
go
just.
through
I'm sorry
hell.
to.
It's
You made me
almost as
feel
if
more bad. Too real.
the fact that he signed, you
7
know
years
how
he gotta wait.
Dawgface did time. You know when you first lose trial and they ask you, oh, do you want to appeal? You fill that out right away, right? And when you fill that paper out and you say you indigent, mean a court attorney, point attorney, that's so much longer of a motion to have to battle once y'all family get money to try to send an appeal attorney, which in Texas, it's probably 1,000 of them, but you will have to get the best appellate attorney that the state has to help this boy get back in court. And what they gonna try to do, what I would assume they're gonna do, they gonna make it cost a healthy dollar, and they gonna ask the black community to put your money where your pain is, put your money where your upset is, put your money where your anger is, put your money where your emotions is, and see how much money we gonna drain y'all to put this, because there's so many chains of courts to get to before you actually even get heard. I don't know if this boy would get back in court in the next 2-3 years. I don't know if he'd get back in the next 5. But the problem is the example that was set. Now I seen on Hollywood Unlocked, I don't know how true it is, but they said the gag order was released, and I watched the father of the white boy talking all that shit. Was that true or was that AI?
Nah, that was him.
No,
for
that
real,
was him.
man.
That was true.
That was
so
all
by that
him.
being true, you just see how they really feel about us. So I can't hear y'all, so I'm gonna leave and come back in.
Okay, but with Karmelo's situation, it is actually, I think Charleston White jumped off the bandwagon because he knows when it goes to appellate court, he's still like, I'm just being honest with you, and I always keep hope for us. That doesn't need to be said. But I think a lot of legal experts looking at it, what are you going to appeal? And that's the messed up thing about it, based on the attorney that was representing, as his counsel. Because now, what kind of sound things do you have? Everything is still right there, symmetrical. That's going to lead to, okay, you are guilty of killing this dude. Because I think black people don't understand. And if you look at Cyrus, when do we get to defend ourselves? How do you now get to move the goalposts and dictates what cause as a stance where I can use this little weapon or not? This dude is a linebacker size. Now, I'm a skinny dude. I'm on World Star getting beat up by 20 people with 4 of my military homeboys. That's regular-ish. But Karmelo he ain't raised like us. How you know what's going through his mindset? That brother probably wasn't. What about Karmelo that just told him he was going to kill Austin Metcalf today? The only thing I could have narrowed down to was real fear, bro. Only that. They didn't just go there doing a regular push, bro. I've been in 2 rival football teams, and it said, man, hell, fights happen. Nobody well, actually, guns do get. That's another story, but y'all already know how the neighborhood
Hey,
is.
but bless one. Did you see what the media did? The white media put all them pictures of Karmelo Anthony with the K in his hand, holding the gun, because they wanted to paint a picture to American media. This is not this innocent kid that y'all think he is. He was already violent, because once you
they had guns too, though. Austin and
right.
Justin.
But the thing I learned about life is perception is reality. Once you paint a perception with the brush to America, because I ain't gonna lie, man, I've been through that shit, man. I've been deemed. Motherfuckers say he crazy, man. He psych, like all kind of shit, and I'm like, I'm not none of this shit. But you can paint a picture and make a nigga look like, oh, like when I first came home from the joint, niggas was like, niggas is whispering like, dude, unapproachable. Unapproachable. Nigga, I'm the nicest nigga ever. It's just I got a low tolerance for fuck shit. You gotta know how to talk to me. That's
You
it.
don't fake it.
That's why I feel like when niggas approach me, I'll be like, yeah, he a real one. You gotta be a real nigga because I don't be giving a fuck about nothing else but how you approach me. So when people can paint pictures about people, it's so easy. Like when I seen the gun, I'm like, damn, bro, holding a gun. But that's how media trick us.
Right.
And do you think them white jurors then never all this time through this trial, they ain't never pick up their phone when they was at home?
Come on, man. Every jury, bro. I know that.
Come on, man.
They do it. But you know
Every
what?
jury.
The thing is, even though they posted those pictures of him with the AK in his hand, he has no criminal history.
None.
Outside of this case, no criminal history. I posted it.
He's
No
a good
record.
athlete.
So at the end of the day, I mean, this kid was working a job. This kid had a 3.7 GPA. He had sporting
hero
accolades
too.
and accomplishments, and he saved a 6-year-old from drowning. So you got all of this positivity that did not come out in the trial because his attorney failed him.
Henny, that's my point right there.
But they're painting him because he had this gun. That's how they're painting him. And the slaughterhouse part of all of this, and yes, I'm saying slaughterhouse, is how do you sentence someone with no history to 35 years off
35.
rip? And
But
they're
listen,
painting it like he was just this kid that was just troubled.
This is what I say about the paid attorney. He needed the better attorney because if this was my attorney, right? I want you to go get that 6-year-old parent to speak to what I did at that time. I need people from teachers, coaches to speak to my character as a child. Like these are the things that matter. But I don't know if you noticed this, but we living in a time in certain cases, not all, where evidence don't matter. It's all about the picture that we can paint. We living in a time now where niggas can get on the internet and talk and do no real work. They can say all this shit and then you do background checks on them. They ain't doing no real work. So we're living in a time where nothing really has to be proven no more. It just has to be presented well.
And you're also living in a time where major platforms are being paid off to run narratives.
Yes.
So that they can feed the court of public opinion. So by the time a case gets to trial or while the case is on trial, they've got a narrative that's already going. So you got a jury that's not sequestered. They did this in the Diddy trial. They did not sequester the jury. And guess what? When that documentary came out, that juror admitted that they were racing home to get to social media to see what everybody was saying about the case. So if you think that these jurors were not racing home to see what everybody had to say about this case, you're sadly mistaken. And even though it was not an all-white jury, there was no black people on the jury. So you know good and damn well they weren't listening to us. You know where they were going to listen. They were going to listen to all of the platforms that look like them or resonate with what they vibrate on. And those platforms were all bigotry, racism, degrading, humiliating, painting the picture of him as this hoodlum monster who just deserves to be locked up because he's just such a threat to society. And you think that didn't affect the jury? And then not only that, it was not second-degree murder or manslaughter from the beginning. That was thrown in there at the last, before they went into the jury deliberation. That was thrown in there. Those were their choices. So you know, if after you're hearing he's a murderer, you're not gonna go in there for manslaughter. You're gonna go for murder because that's been what's embedded in your brain this whole time.
I got a question for you, for the panel. Hey, listen. So Karmelo Anthony was failed on multiple levels. Can we list the ways from highest to lowest? Can we list the ways and the levels that he was failed and by whom?
Let me do it quick because Henny seems, I'm not afraid to admit it. You guys are well informed to what's going on better than me. I'm just a dude outlashing on white folks. But shout out to Henny for helping me because I'm learning from you. I ain't afraid.
I'm just a local neighborhood white people hater, cracker hater.
No, I I'll take that title, but I don't really hate them. I just love her so much. I don't sugarcoat.
Hold on, Bless. Here you go.
We can't see you. You frozen.
I
Oh,
think you can hear me clapping now.
I can hear it. Thank you.
There you go. That's my guy.
It
Yeah.
make me feel good, but I'm gonna be honest with you where they failed at. You know, you being a black man in America, I ain't gonna sugarcoat it. Forget about the circumstances and the stats. Facts are facts, too much evidence. So as a black man, you have to always explain yourself. And these people don't ever want to hear all the evidence. They see what they see, much like what Henny just threw out there, or what Too Real was talking about with even media that looks like us and present this false narrative. Now it's the reality. So where the only thing I'm gonna talk about where they failed at, man, is me figuring out and finding out he did not represent himself. There's nothing else I need to talk about. That was the sole purpose of that case, to talk to America. So, like, brother, I feel you. You don't have to say nothing to me. Dawgface, Too Real say he came home. I got family members. I got people doing football numbers right now. I could feel your pain, but to the world view, they already looked at you as Karmelo the monster. All you did was substantiate it. Damn, this little dude don't even have a heart to get up there as a man and stand for yourself. I teach my boys, like, daddy did a lot of effed up stuff. Y'all got to be outstanding men. Look at another man in the eye. If you quoting a woman, talk to her, hold her. Like, I teach them little things that matters, bro. This dude went to court for his life. I don't care what you tell me, to be 17, 18 and get sentenced to 35. And then when Too Real was talking about maybe in 7 years he can get an appeal, I'm just thinking like, damn, it's over with damn near. So why wouldn't you not allow this young man? I don't care if you get found guilty later. If I'm gonna go down, the world's gonna hear me and have empathy with me, but they can't. When Charleston White, as much as I want to say something negative to him and all that, damn, he must have seen something behind the scene to be like, because that's real breaking news. I'm over here like, I think I did a video. Damn, Charleston White was right. He making me look dumb because now that shit. Well, I'm not crazy. It looked crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you, Face. I might have to say something to you, Charleston. I'm the one who leave you alone. But bro, even if you right or wrong, but come on, bro, we the only people who ain't sticking to code.
Never trust Uncle Ruckus.
Hey, listen,
damn, bro. That's what my heart said when Face showed that. Like, damn, Charleston.
Listen. So listen. Let me show you how foul this bitch ass nigga is.
Man.
Let me show you how foul this bitch ass nigga is. First of all, from the very beginning, everything he was saying was grandstanding to begin with. He was never going to donate no money. He was just using that money ploy as a way to insert himself into the hottest fucking issue in the goddamn country. He a clout chasing son of a bitch, right? And whatever the father was, he says that he's been in communication with the parents for over a year. Since a week or 2 weeks after it happened.
Right.
So whatever you knew about the father, you were able to glean that or ascertain that from your prolonged relationship with him over the course of this goddamn case. That's one. You was a bitch ass nigga. You a hoe ass nigga. And the nigga need to stump your bitch ass lights out. You a hoe ass nigga. And I knew, I just did an interview yesterday with the Mafia channel, and I couldn't even really criticize the nigga when he said that he put up $75,000 for a appeal situation. So therefore, I said, I don't know if it's true. Could be true, could not be true. But if he did do it, hats off to him, because I would call a spade, even though you was a bitch ass nigga. If you did that, that's some honorable shit. But I should have known it was a motherfucking ploy to pull the, you know how the cartoon, you pull the rug from underneath the motherfucker? I should have known that.
He put an egg on my face. I ain't gonna lie.
The biggest thing is this. Hold on, Henny. The biggest thing is this. When you know how this young boy has been villainized, when you know about all the things that he has been through, when you know and you understand what this case means to the black community, whatever issue you had with Karmelo's parents, that should have been something that you held close to your vest, because now you are poisoning the whole community against the parents. You saying he's a money grab. Come on, bro. You a bitch ass nigga. That nigga is the Samuel L. Jackson on Django Unchained. That nigga is Stephen Warren. He was never supposed to say that shit out loud, bro. Come on.
Yeah, Dawgface, you correct, because people gonna say I'm a hater. I've never been against Charleston, but that video right there was disgusting, bro. I don't even use words like that as a man. I'm like, what they be saying? I'm appalled. Whoa, excuse me, sir. Like, wait a minute. I'm putting myself front line, and you even asked me behind the scenes about such and such, and bro, it's an egg on my face right now, brother, man. Like, it's people who love me gonna be like, you ain't gonna call this out, blessed one. You call everything else out. And it's like, Charleston, damn, nigga might have to do that to you, bro. Like, what you doing, bro? The only people who can't stay on code, but then like Henny was saying earlier, these are the bought off people. Because now, what type of COINTEL move is this, bro? Like, what type of interference is this? Because it looked like you did this as a play. You knew you were gonna say this automatic. It didn't look natural to me. And I'm not coming against you, Charles, but this looked like a play the whole time, bro. How you go from 0 to 60 from what you said yesterday to now? The dad ain't shit enough. So what, bro? This still us versus them, bro. You don't know how to play on the same team, bro. And a lot of y'all do that, bro. I know why. You courting yourself out there right now for the conglomerate of the Western societies, bro. Look, man, I'm one of y'all. You sending a signal, bro. This is how you stay alive, because your views been down lately. See, we're gonna have to be honest, bro. Your views took a mass hit, bro. I pay attention to that because I'm shadow banned. I kind of fell off. But the difference between me and him, I love life, bro. I'm outside. You have to do this whole stitch, this play, this routine. I'm the guy that's the voice of black people, and nobody even made you this voice. You're entertaining, dude. So we kind of keep our mouth closed because you like unking them. But now, nah, bro, like you look wild, bro. You Aiden Ross tip. After seeing X, Y, and Z, you dick ride them. You do the same thing with that community, basically, bro. I'm different than them. You one of them blacks who, when a white get around you, instead of you looking at him like, I don't care how hood I sound or intelligent I sound, I know my intellect level is by far exceeds yours, and this is my cockiness. But when I see him, he's one of them blacks where they go, wow, this is a different kind of Negro. You're honored by that. You look at it as, wow, he's accepted me. He gave me a pat on the head. That you signal calling right now, Charleston, because I can call that out and see it, bro. And I'm not your enemy, bro. That's exactly what you just did. And what Hunter and Austin dad said about you yesterday, even if Anthony father did that, bro, where's the black man in you or just the man in you? That dude called you out. He called you everything, but I know why you ain't said nothing to him. Because he did mention that Charleston White is one of the intellect black dudes out here. So that shit probably made him feel good. And I thought he was going to go in. He has yet to call out the daddy. But you call out Karmelo's dad? I don't know, man. That just looked wild to me. Karmelo dad is the one you call out. You just got violated publicly by this white man in a national platform because everybody shared it. And you didn't have one thing to say about that family, but you just violated a black family in front of the world. So now you give credence to all these races, and they mostly exist on X, but the comment section is where they live, their domain, where they can talk about per capita, which is an excuse to disguise what white people really are. So it disguises how they eliminate their families and who they are. So now it's per capita. Man, you blacks are not accounting for per capita. And he just showed proof. Now a white dude is going to use him as, look, Charleston White said it.
Watch this.
Hello, Anthony K. I ain't put no goddamn money toward that boy. His daddy too goddamn weak for me. I don't like a weak nigga. His dad ain't willing to die, kill, or go to jail for nothing. That nigga just wants some bills paid. Karmelo, my heart go out to you if you ever see this video one day. Nigga, I'd rather stand with the Jeff Metcalf nigga than I would with Karmelo's daddy. Nigga is weak, dark side, and conservative. I ain't standing with no weak ass black man, nigga. I'm off the case. I'm sending the money back. Go get them weak ass nigga Benjamin Crump here. I'm out. I'm off the Karmelo Anthony case. I ain't put no guy
for them algorithm. You right, Face. That's for the algorithm. You right. Pretty much Charleston said anything for that algorithm, man.
Too real. What do you have to say about what Charleston White just dropped on his social media?
Man, you know, when I so I got a different perspective of Charleston White than obviously y'all. My perspective is just that I don't know, unless I pay attention to him. Like, I didn't see the timeline of all the shit he was doing with the Karmelo case. But it'd be hard for me to determine what's the character, what's the man sometime, right? And the nigga hide behind the character when he make a mistake. And then when you have these intelligent conversations with him, here come the man. In this case, dog, I think I lean more towards the seizing the opportunity to be a part of the biggest conversation versus having good intentions. regardless of what we feel about the father, the child still needs the help of some of the biggest voices. And regardless if we don't like it or not, Charleston got one of the biggest voices. But with him, man, it's just I don't really take shit bro say seriously when he's being that type of way. Like, man, fuck dude, daddy, and all that shit. But I do understand how other people may view it. Like, motherfuckers look at it like you clout chasing, you asserting your name. But one thing I can tell y'all that I will always very respect and don't like, that motherfucker already told you out the motherfucking ripter what I'm on, why I'm doing what I'm doing. And that's something I respect, because you got other niggas they be going about it in another way and act like that's what they ain't doing. So when it comes to Charleston White, man, I don't be knowing what the fuck take serious with that nigga. I feel like he play on everybody.
Hey,
I don't know. So it's like when he is serious, it's like the nigga who cried wolf, my nigga. I don't be knowing that nigga
But
serious.
too real, he act like he was serious with this one. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know he a character, but this one he tried to
But
make
you got
it
to
look
think
like
about
he's
it.
regular.
I don't know. See the 75,000. I don't know about the 75,000. I didn't catch that. See, y'all knew, just like you said about that last topic. I didn't have.
He took the social media and he announced that he had $75,000 going towards Carmelo's appeal situation. So listen, he announced it. We only knew about it. See, Charleston White played the same game with Uncle Murder. When it came down to the whole tour he's supposed to be doing with Uncle Murder, the debate situation, we only knew that Charleston White had $75,000 going towards Karmelo's appeal because Charleston White said it. Nobody else announced it. No lawyer announced it. No family member announced it. He announced it, right? And now we only know about him taking the money back and how he feels about the father and the family, because you're talking about the family when you talk about the father, right? It's one unit. We only know about that because he said it. This nigga, listen, it's simple mathematics. 1 + 1 is 2, even in China. This nigga, he inserted himself into the equation because it's the biggest on the backdrop of the verdict. He inserted himself into the conversation, which is the biggest conversation in black in the country. Not black nothing. It's talked about on CNN, ESPN, the Wall Street Journal, all the major urban podcasts and non-urban podcasts are, because this issue transcends race. This nigga inserted himself into it because he wanted to have talking points. He wanted to chant, and then when the father didn't do something, oh, he's weak, he ain't gonna step and fight. What have you step and fight for? You step and fetch your neck bone eating ass nigga. You a sellout of epic proportion. And I knew it. I swear to God, my interview with Mommy just dropped. It dropped Sunday. And he asked me about this shit. And I said, if he did do it, my hat's off to him. And I said, and I contrasted that with what other motherfucking Houston NFL players, NBA players, what them motherfucking Houston and Dallas rappers, the new Dallas. What the fuck is Trap Boy Freddy? What the fuck is Montana 700? All they do is brag about boatloads of weed and money. Where the fuck is the black consciousness at amongst the entertainment game? Where the fuck is this a little boy, bro? Listen, niggas, oh, he did this. He shouldn't have stabbed him. Shut y'all bitch ass up. Out of all the shit that grown men do, and we ask for forgiveness. We ask for a second chance. We ask for people to don't charge it to our motherfucking, don't charge it to our mind, charge it to our heart, or vice versa. Out of all the second chances that grown men ask for, we can't see and we can't understand and we can't empathize with what he went through. And you clean up the community.
Now, my question to you is, I pose to you, Dawgface. So, if we gonna hold Charleston White to pledges and promises he made, do that mean we make it retroactive? Because not just Charleston White's, a lot of niggas making promises and they ain't keeping, boss. It's a lot of niggas out here standing on shit and saying what they gonna do and they don't do it, boss.
Hey,
so it's like, can we be fair with everybody? Fuck Charleston White as just. But I'm asking you, is this a retroactive thing we can try to do?
I get the question. So listen. So let's make sure that we frame this correctly, because we need to. Let me move this microphone on my face. Let me make sure that we frame what you're asking me properly, and that we judge. And I want my response to be consummate with what is going on, and then I'm going to add what you're asking me. It is one thing for a person to make a pledge to somebody about something that is personally affecting them. It is one thing for me to say, "Hey, Too Real. Hey, Henny. Hey, Blessed One. We're gonna do. I see the potential in you guys, and I'm going to do everything in my power to, because I know people hating on y'all. So I'm gonna do X, Y, and Z. Right? It's one thing for me to make that pledge to you. Whether I do it or not, it is on me, and you'll judge me according to whether I do it or not. It's another thing before me to take to the public domain and for me to announce and pronounce my intentions to help somebody in something like this. The magnitude of what this whole case represents to Black people as a whole. Charleston White, by doing what he just did, he made himself a pariah. And that's what he wanted to do. He wanted to make himself. Now he was in the headlines 2 days ago when he announced it. Now he's in the headlines tonight and tomorrow. And white America is going to use the sound bites of what he's saying to further condemn and make us look like, and make that family look like that we're a bunch of heathen, monkey, money-hungry ass, chimping ass niggas. So the shit that he did publicly, you're going to pull out, nigga, pull out. But when you holding press conferences on Instagram that you know the whole world's going to see and bite down on, we should have known better not to trust that bitch ass nigga. It ain't, if a nigga, bro, he just want money. He just want clout. Who wants more clout? You just say it. He announced to the whole world what his intentions are. He didn't get the support from Black people that he wished he would have got when he was running around going to them town hall meetings, telling the town hall it's Black people with diseases for the move y'all neighborhoods. Niggas missed that. That. He stood in that town hall meeting and
that sound crazy.
He put it on his Instagram like he was saying some hell of a shit. Did y'all hear what this monkey-fied ass nigga said?
That's insane. I ain't gonna hold you.
I think y'all may have missed this, what he said.
Damn.
Hey, you funny. Hey, Dawgface, I fuck with you. I got a lot of love for you. But you always told me, you said, nigga, if you gonna challenge, you gotta make sure you have some facts. I'm not challenging you though, but I want to ask you a question to go off what you just said.
No, listen, bro, challenge me, goddammit.
No, it ain't like that. I get it. I'm a man. I can say it, but I just want to make sure the rules is correctly, like, do it fit in the. I want to make sure the shit I'm saying is fitting in the parameter of what you said.
I'm not mad at Charleston.
So what I'm saying is this: when you said, if a nigga, like you said, you use me and Blessed One, like if I tell you niggas something, that's different than me going public with it. So I'm asking you with that same logic, are you saying it's okay to be unaccountable long as you do it in private?
Here's what I'm saying.
Because that's what it sounds like to me.
No. Hey, listen.
Like, okay, I can promise you niggas something in private, and if I don't do it, I ain't say that shit publicly. So we straight.
I'm not saying.
No, I'm saying.
This is what I'm saying. If you know me, you would know this. I'm saying word is bond and bond is life. And I dropped a song called No Lie. And at the beginning of that song, I opened it up with a prayer when I said, I'll give my life before I fail my brothers. I said that. And let me hold on.
Oh, you said you'll give your life before you fail your brothers? Because I ain't gonna lie, I hear what you're saying, but it's like, because basically I feel you. Like, nigga, don't say nothing public and don't stand on it. That's the worst place to say it. If you told two niggas like, hey, I'm gonna do this for you, don't say that, but you get on this internet and say in front of millions of motherfuckers, then okay, it makes sense.
Hold on, watch this. I'm gonna show you how I feel. I'm gonna show you how I feel right here. Hold on. Here you go. Right.
You gonna run it for me.
Hold on. I'm gonna show you.
Run it for me, baby. Run it for me, big dog.
I'm gonna show you how I feel about.
Hey man, make sure you turn that shit up too, nigga.
Hold on.
You want to hear it.
Yeah, nigga, turn that shit up, man.
I'm finna show you how I feel about my word.
Okay.
In the name of Allah, the beneficent, the merciful, I bear witness that there is no God save Allah, and that Muhammad is his messenger. I also bear witness that before I fail my brothers, I will give my own life. That's how I feel. So no, I'm not saying that it's okay to break your word in private, because your word is your word, and your word stands. Your word stands before you. Your word is your, like I say, your reputation precedes you.
Yeah,
for sure. Part of your reputation is your word. At the core of your reputation as a man is who you are, your self manifesto. So I'm not saying that it's okay to break your word in any setting. But what I'm saying is what Charleston White did was damaging. This nigga, it was damaging. Listen, if I break my word to you in private, right? Then it means what it means to you. But if other people knew about what it was that I was supposed to do for you or how I was supposed to help you, and if I make a public announcement that I'm not helping you for whatever reason, a public announcement when the whole world and everybody's looking at it, and I rescind my offer of help or aid and assistance, and I do it in such a publicly disrespectful manner. Bro, listen, when you correct your brother, you correct your brother in the strictness of privacy if it's your brother. He said he had a relationship with Karmelo's family from the onset of this situation. So he talks to them on the regular. This is what he said. I talk to them. I've been advising them. I've been praying with them. So this is not some fly-by-night situation. This is not some, like we say, innocuous person that he does not know. They're from Texas. He's from Texas. So when you do what you did, when you know that on the backdrop of of Austin Metcalf's father putting out that motherfucking live stream, and white America loving that shit, all you're doing is adding to the hate and the vitriol and the distrust that white
fuel to the fire.
Because, bro, what he did was it was a betrayal. It was a betrayal. So now this brother is in prison. He had the same prison that's ran by his daddy brother.
Damn. Shit, man. Educational.
No, he's not. No, he's not. That was false information.
Where he seen to?
He went to the Wallace Pack unit. He was never at the bird unit, was never going to the bird unit. The bird unit.
When you say unit is just
it's the prison. That's the name of the prison.
It's called
Wallace Pack unit.
Wallace Pack.
Oh, a unit? Or is it a unit?
It's a facility, but that's the name of the facility that he's at, is the Wallace Pack unit. Now, the bird unit is someplace completely else, and it's run by Talon Metcalf, but he is not and never was at the bird unit. That was a lie. That was not accurate, and everybody's running with it. He went from the Collin County jail to the Wallace Pack unit. Pull it up.
You better than TMZ right now, Henny.
That's why I fuck with her. She's an asshole, but
she informed. Hey, correct me when I don't know. It only helps me out. Damn.
Well, let me say this. To go back all the way back to one of your questions while you're pulling that up, how Karmelo was failed. The jury was a big part of it, because that jury was comprised of 8 women. That is not a jury of his peers. Not only was it no black people on that jury, there were 8 women on that jury that were listening to that mother cry and show emotion during parts of testimony. You know, women are going to empathize with a crying mother.
Another. Right.
So you got 8 of them. So the mother was already, I'm not going to say she was playing it up to the jury, but you're
Probably
not
did.
allowed to do that in court. And she was allowed to do that. according to what people have reported.
Nah, Henny, that's exactly what they did. You on fire with it. They did it a strategic way where they're not breaking the law through the loophole, but that's exactly what they did. Even men would relate to a woman crying.
But I also feel like, I'm sorry to say it, but his parents, they should have educated themselves more and went with their first instincts.
Right. Don't say sorry. The dad says the same thing you saying yesterday. He regrets it. Okay.
They're not related to the Metcalfs. His name is Talon, Tallen, Metcalf.
It's his first name.
Yeah, but it says it right there. The misinformation circulated online after it was discovered that the senior warden at the TD CJ Bird unit is named Talon Metcalf, but Google is telling you that that is false information.
Discovered the senior warden. So he's not his uncle.
No, and he's and Karmelo is not in that prison. Never was in that prison.
Yeah, he's not in that prison, and so this Metcalf person is not his uncle.
No. But I do believe that there may be some relation. I mean, Metcalf is, I guess, a common name down there. But either way, he's not there. But just because he's not there doesn't mean that he's safe.
Right.
You understand? He's still in Texas.
So my question is, so listen, I think we skimmed over this. Where the fuck is all the Texas rappers? Where the fuck is the Sauce Walkers, the sick, the what's the nigga name who always used the blues shit and then rap? The big boy.
I don't remember.
Oh, big X the plug.
Big X the plug. Where's all these niggas?
They ain't gonna say nothing.
You look at the Instagram. Are they speaking about the injustice that happened with Karmelo? Let's look.
Hell no.
Deion Sanders is not, and I lost a channel for him and Shador.
You are on Deion Sanders' neck.
Man, I love that dude to death, man. That got me mad. I'm still gonna support them, but I'm gonna keep it real, man. I got all the merch, everything. I lit it. I lost channels to defend them, man.
Okay, so let's look at this shit. So here's one rapper for Texas. Big X the plug, one of the most popular. He got 2 million followers, right? Do you see anything about, he got 11 posts. You see anything about Melo on here?
Nope.
Nothing. Nope. Okay. So let's go to Montana.
You see his back rolls and his jelly rolls, though.
Montana 700. He has 300 posts. Do we see anything on here about free Karmelo?
Nope.
Pretty much no celebrities face, not just them, none.
Oh,
no celebrities.
Texas, though, so they feeling it.
Right.
Who else?
Well, Karmelo is originally from Louisiana.
Well,
she said, Wayne, where you at, Birdman?
Fact. Where you at,
Cantrell, where you at?
That boy Freddie got 600,000.
OG Murder. No, OG Murder did it. I'm leaving.
Right here, nothing about that. Who else popular? Zillionaire Doe.
Zillionaire, he kind of fell off a little bit. He ain't worrying about that right now. He trying to go back where he was supposed to be. Sauce Walker got baby mama drama right now. They ain't paying attention, man.
Nothing.
And I rock with them. I rock with Texas rappers. So this ain't, if y'all listening right now, I don't hate y'all, but it's weirdo activity though. I'll stand on that.
They talking all this. They talking all this cash. I got pounds. I got millions. I got this, that, the third. But ain't none of them lending their voices. It's almost as sad as the rappers in Detroit not lending their voices to Allstar JR.
You sure about that? Y'all looked together when it came to defend him. Tell me if I'm wrong, though, Face, because I seen unity, but I might be tweaking.
Put the weed down. Put the crib. Who you see doing what? Did you say that again?
I really see people like you more, though. I ain't gonna lie.
What you say about my mama? Because you just talk about my mama by saying what you say about my mama. You see who doing what, or do you see me?
Ain't it Detroit versus everybody? Nah, it's been you though. I ain't gonna lie. 100 grand. I see you the most.
It's been Dawgface versus everybody in
Hell yeah,
Detroit.
I see it. I see it. I see it. And you taking certain beefs where the average, you feel me, content creator. That's how I know you ain't no content creator. Like the average nigga ain't gonna take all that what I seen you in the background taking. So yeah, I see it.
Hey, I want to say something to y'all before I go. I appreciate y'all for having me on. I don't know if y'all ever want me back on, just give me the heads up. I try to be better prepared. I definitely need to learn how to hook this mic up and all this other shit I bought that I ain't using forever. I got all this shit I ain't open yet. Motherfucking Lark mics, webcams, all that shit.
I'll send Face a driver
Dawgface,
to give it to you.
when Blessed One send you that shit over,
Yeah,
just send it over to me, bro. I like this. This kind of put me it give me a better understanding of how to be in a room with people. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing I can say about y'all that I like, because when I used to see these motherfuckers online, it's just everybody over. It's like so many people listen to respond and not listen to understand. And y'all did a good job at listening to understand. Y'all didn't do too much cutting nobody off either. So I'm like, that shit was, it was very simple. I know, Henny, I got you a little hot a little earlier in the conversation, but hey, we human.
I'm passionate about what I say.
I seen it. You know what I'm saying?
Passionate. That's
But
all.
I definitely fuck with y'all though. And y'all do this shit for a long time. That's what's up. Nigga, my ass hurting sitting still this long.
Yeah, we 3 hours in right now.
Huh?
We 3 hours in right now.
That's good though. That's good. And every time I check the YouTube, y'all holding the audience. So that's great, man. That's what's up. I like this. I like this
We
setup and format.
appreciate you, brother. Whenever you welcome to come back anytime you want to. You hear me?
How often do y'all do this?
Man, whenever Henny gives me permission, because you know she be
Use a
beating on me.
goddamn lie, because he be on the run eating. So I it's whenever he free.
So I'm starting. I'm going back out on tour. But even when I'm on tour, I have my equipment is mobile, so I take my equipment with me. So I'm saying at least once a week we get together and we have these discussions. And see, this was our first time, so the content was all over the place. Normally it is more refined than this, but hey, it ain't about that. It's about getting the content out there, about introducing everybody to everybody's following. So it is what it is. I appreciate. And we all finna go. I'm hungry as some bit.
All right. Hey, Face. Hey, Too Real. If I ever see you and I'm in your area, we gotta link up. My twin, I'm a twin, Face. To let y'all know, I'm my identical twin. He don't got wigs, he got dreads. Just cause I know my face card, I can't do nothing fuck up or it'll go back to him.
Right.
So I gotta meet you in real life, Face, and I'm somewhere in Georgia. Let me know, and I'll link up with you. And Queen, I don't know, I like your spirit. I know God knows I got Sauce Walker baby mama drama. I ain't gonna lie. I love a black female who stand on her square. Like you kind of like put me in my not place, but I don't know. That's attractive because the women I deal with, maybe I don't want to say too much, but I ain't gonna. In fact, I'm gonna take Face in y'all if I ain't gonna say. I shouldn't even bring that up.
No, he's a hater anyway. He's a hater.
Nah, because what we was talking about baby mamas earlier, I don't judge women like you like that.
Here is you ain't had no rest. So therefore, your whole judgment is off because you talking nuts.
You're just mad.
Hey, y'all don't be afraid to cuss a nigga
like
out, man. I talk too much, y'all. I apologize to cut all of y'all off. Y'all nice as hell, man. I'm like, look at these nice folks, bro. I've been cutting y'all off, man.
Hey, listen, this content, it is what it is, man. This is real life, unfiltered. That girl, Henny, Too Real 414, and DJ Blessed. My name is Dawgface Calderon. Shout out to Skeech and shout out to my man Boogie. Y'all know what it is.